Back home from Lowell Park for Game 3 of this playoff series against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, a 4 p.m. first pitch. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Kettleers pregame show. I'm Riley Pay, joined alongside Jenna Meyer. Jenna, a big spot tonight. Winner take all and advance into the next round. A lot of anticipation for today.
Riley, some might say tonight's contest is do or die. Ketts win and they move on in the playoffs. And if they don't, the 2022 season will come to an end, looking to carry over the same momentum that they established at McKeon Park last night.
Now, the Ketts had a momentum shift last night, and they took the victory over the Harbor Hawks with a 9-1 final score. And that started with the pitching in Harrison Cohen, a Cotuit veteran, who gave the Ketts a really strong start with 6 excellent innings of scoreless ball. For the middle inning of relief, we had Zach Chappell, and finally another Cotuit veteran, and Will Jacobson took to the mound for the final 2 innings. 4 strikeouts for him and a really fantastic performance. All of the electricity on the mound last night, very dominant performance, arguably one of the best of Harrison Cohen in his time in the Cape League so far. But the offense as well, 9 runs on the night, and that was kicked off by a leadoff triple by Tommy Troy to get that started. What was going right for the offense?
You know, last night pitching offense and defense were firing on all cylinders, but looking at that offensive production, Tommy Troy leading off with a triple, being brought home by an RBI single from Carter Trice, and then back-to-back home runs from both Ryans, Ryan Ignafo and Ryan Galaney. A lot of energy for the Kettleers last night, and looking to bring that same energy back to Lowell Park for Game 3. We know the fans will be here. We just need that support out on the field. Now that we've talked about last night's successes over at McKeon Park, let's take a look at the pitching preview on the mound tonight between the Kettleers and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. On the mound for Hyannis, left-handed pitcher Jake Berry out of Virginia wrapped up his sophomore year and joined the Harbor Hawks here on Cape Cod and has a record of 3-0. We'll see what he can do against the Kettleers tonight, but if they can keep that same energy at the plate, it will be detrimental against the Harbor Hawks tonight. Riley, tell us a little bit about the starter for the Kettleers.
For the 10th time this season, the right-hander out of the College of Charleston, Daniel Brooks, will take to the mound for Game 3 for the Ketts tonight. His breaking ball has really developed really well throughout this summer. He utilizes 4 pitches. His fastball command is really what sets the tone for his starts. It'll be great to have him out on the mound tonight, a really reliable arm for this pitching staff, looking to build off of what Cohen set the tone with last night for the Ketts.
That's all for us on the Kettleers pregame show. We'll take a quick break before tossing it up to Jake, Riley, and Tim in the booth for all the game action against the Harbor Hawks tonight and Game 3 of the first round of the 2022 play.
Starting pitcher today for the Kettleers, number 39 from the College of Charleston, Daniel Brooks. Our umpires today on the plate, Joe Caracco. At first base is Rick Emerson. Second base, Mark Furtado. And at third base, Rick Antonio. Our official score, Chris Vogel. And our scoreboard operators, Jacob Simchek and Mikey Roberts. We'd also like to welcome all the Major League Scouts here today. We ask parents to please keep their children off the roofs of the dugouts and away from the batting cages and bullpens. Please throw all the rubbish into the barrels. Due to town regulations, parking on the streets adjacent to Lowell Park has been tightened. Ample parking is available at the Cotuit Elementary School. There is no parking on sidewalk. Kettleers, Cotuit Athletic Association, and the Cape Cod Baseball League are not responsible for damages or injuries caused by baseball. We remind you that Lowell Park is a tobacco free ballpark. Additionally, the Massachusetts Education Reform Act prohibits the use of any tobacco products at this location. Kettleers, the Harbor Hawks, the Cape Cod Baseball League, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from Lowell Park. welcome back Jesse Lowell of Mashpee, a rising sophomore at Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Game 3, two of the best words in the Cape Cod Baseball League as we return to Lowell Park for a winner-take-all matchup between the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, the number 3 seed in the West, against the number 2 seeded Cotuit Kettleers. Welcome back to the Kettleers Digital Network, everyone. Tim Crowley, Jake Starr, Riley Pay, and the 4th member of our team, Jenna Meyer. Jake, a thrilling win for the Kettleers last night. The offense clicking on all cylinders, and now back to Lowell Park today, a decisive Game 3, looking to flip the script totally on this series and advance to their 3rd straight CCBL West Finals.
Tim, Riley, I think you can argue that last night was one of the best all-around efforts that Cotuit has put on the field this season so far. I think it completely shifted the momentum of this series. It's a Kets team that is locked in today. It's a Kets team that the energy levels today compared to what we saw on Thursday here at Lowell Park have taken a 180-degree turn. But none of last night matters if you can't get out to a fast start tonight. So that's going to be the key. This is a Kets team that wins about 90% of the ball games when they score first. That's going to be the key. Strike first, strike early, strike often. Let Daniel Brooks go to work on the mound.
Kettleers take the field from Lowell Park. Winner advances to play Bourne or Falmouth in the West Finals. The loser will watch their season come to an end at Lowell Park today. Get to the lineup for the Harbor Hawks, pretty similar to last night. Riku Nishida back in the leadoff spot at second base. Mitch Jebb as the DH today bats second. Cole McConnell in center bats third. Jackson Ross in the cleanup spot plays left field. Drew Earhart, the third baseman, plays there batting fifth. Pancho Ruiz, the catcher, bats sixth. Dominic Patelli at shortstop batting seventh. Nolan Shanuel at first base batting eighth. And Michael Sirota back in right field bats ninth against the right-hander Daniel Brooks, his first appearance of the postseason during the regular year of the Cape Cod summer, with Cotuit 0-1 with a 3.13 ERA and just over 23 innings of work, 25 strikeouts to 15 walks, struck out just under 10 batters per nine. After a really strong freshman season at the College of Charleston, 2-2 record, 4.87 ERA across 44 1/3 innings of work, 55 strikeouts to 24 walks. It was named to the All-CAA freshman team. Jake, in a game like this, we've seen Brooks really get hot in the second half of the season, looking to have his A stuff today.
And this is a Hyannis lineup that has not seen Brooks yet this season, so they don't know what to expect from the tall righty from the College of Charleston, but I have to take a similar blueprint that Harrison Cohen took one night ago. Pound the zone at the fastball, but also don't be afraid to pitch backwards, throw some breaking pitches. And if you can get that off-speed stuff over for strikes, you can keep a very talented lineup off kilt.
Right, as Jake mentioned, starting pitching set the tone last night. Brooks looking to follow that up today.
Yeah, and that was really the momentum shift yesterday. The really strong start from Harrison Cohen, pitching into the 6th inning. Exactly what you want to see from a starter, giving your offense a lot to work with, and his offense really propelled that as well, giving him the confidence on the mound. Looking for Brooks to continue that today.
Nishida steps into the box from the left side against the 6'8" right-hander. The road team has won each game so far this series, but for Cotuit fans, think about recent history. Similar format last season. Cotuit took Game 1 of the West Finals at Bourne. Braves took Game 2 at Lowell Park. And then it was the home team in Bourne that took the final game to advance to the Cape Cod Championship Series. Cotuit looking to get the win in Game 3 at home and advance to save their season. The first pitch finds the outside corner for a strike. We are underway in Game 3. First pitch thrown at 4 o'clock on the dot. Another hot day in the village, sunny and 86 degrees here at first pitch. Brooks working quickly. Here's the 0-1. Leaves it up. Fastball to Nishida. Count goes to 1-1. Corners in defensively. We'll get to the defensive alignment as well. Same look as yesterday. Galani at third, Troy at short, Harlan at second, and Ignafo at first. Give you the outfield after this pitch. Brooks a deep breath. Here's the 1-1. Just missed off the outside corner. Maybe a little low as well. Count goes to 2-1. Left to right across the outfield, Eddie Park, Enrique Bradfield, and Josh Pearson in right with Caleb Lomavita back behind the plate for the Kettleers in Game 3. Brooks winds and fires. Just misses out and away. Nishida in a hitter's count 3-1. Jake Brooks trying to find that outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, both of those are close. Probably calls that can go either way. But early inclinations show could be a tight strike zone behind home plate.
3-1 to Nishida on the way. Finds the zone with the letters for strike 2 as we go full to start the ball game this afternoon. Bradfield a few shades over to his right in center field. Everyone else pretty straight up. Brooks ready with a deep breath. The 3-2 pitch. Line foul, will do it again.
And every pitch Brooks has thrown, even the 3 balls he's issued, there was one that was a bit high, but 2 of the 3 have all been balls that could go either way. So, quality at bat from Nishida to start, but Brooks living around the strike zone early.
Looking to retire Nishida to lead off this one. Get off to another strong start on the mound for Cotuit. Another 3-2 pitch. Misses inside. It's a walk to Nishida to lead off the game. And Hyannis has the leadoff man on with nobody out in the inning. Mitch Jebb coming to the plate.
Yeah, one of the big things we talked about in Game 1, leadoff base runners, how much of a difference maker that can be. As we said, tough at-bat for Brooks. A couple of pitches that may have been on the edge, may have been a little bit off, called for balls. So, gonna have to live and learn from that. Gonna have to pitch a bit tighter so you can get a ground ball to Mitch Jebb.
One of the only concerns about Brooks at times during the season has been his control, but he's not a guy who gets hit otherwise. Moves to the stretch as Nishida's off at first. First pitch, got her inside that time, missed in, 1 out. Brooks last pitched on July 30th, 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. It's the only decision he got this year in a loss to Wareham. The 1-0 pitch. Jab rips it to the right side. It's in the right field for a base hit. Nishida had to make sure it got through, so he gets a late start as he moves up to second. But the Harbor Hawks starting quick again. Runners on first and second, nobody out for Cole McConnell.
And this is where you have to be careful because you can't be discouraged if you're Brooks that you didn't get a couple of those calls on the corners and then kind of just, settle in and go back over the plate. You have to pitch the way you're used to pitching. And if you hit your spots, you hit the glove, you're going to get those calls more often than not. So if you're Brooks, keep sticking to what's working. Don't settle for anything.
Nishida on second, Jebb on first as McConnell steps back in. All left-handed bats to start the day against Daniel Brooks. Comes set as Nishida leads off second. First pitch. Gets high to the backstop over the glove of Lomavita. Both runners advance. And now 2 Harbor Hawks in scoring position to McConnell to count 1-0. Wild pitch on the first delivery to McConnell, who last night was 1 for 4 in the game. Had a single in the 6th inning, couple of flyouts, and a line out to second. Back in Game 1 just 2 days ago. Had a double to drive in a run in the first inning. Infield comes in and a left-handed shift for Cotuit. The pitch stays high again. Count goes to 2-0. Ignafo and Harlan pinched close to the hole on the right side. Tommy Troy straight up the middle. Left side's all up to Ryan Galani. Count 2-0. Brooks deals. Finds the outside corner for strike one.
That's where you have to live. That outside corner, especially the lefties. Hopefully that's a get-right pitch for Brooks. He can repeat that delivery, land a couple of pitches on the outer half.
Runners on first and second. The pitch. McConnell pops one high into center. Bradfield has a beat on it, starts to move back. Drifting back towards the fence, feels for the fence, has room. He makes the catch. Tagging and heading to third is Jeb. Nishida comes in to score, and it's 1-0 Hyannis.
Good piece of hitting from Cole McConnell. Almost got all of it. A couple feet in front of the fence in center, but does a job. Sacrifice fly to center. That scores Nishida. Only one out and a man on third, so need to really bunker down.
Brings Jackson Ross to the plate from the right side. Outfielder out of Florida Atlantic. Infield's going to stay in now, more conventional all the way around against the right-handed bat. Mitch Jebs now stands on third. Hyannis scores first at Lowell Park once again, just as the Harbor Hawks did in Game 1. Tan handle, black bat for Ross. First pitch from Brooks. Takes him at the knees for strike one. Good breaking ball to start the count. Ross primarily playing left field as of late for the Harbor Hawks. Gets the start there today in the cleanup spot. Brooks sets at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Popped foul, gets out of play on the first base side. Brooks quickly ahead 0-2. A strikeout would be huge for the second out of the inning. Hyannis now with a 1-0 lead, top of the first inning. Cotuit has been a much different team when they do not score first. We expect a battle here in Game 3. Brooks comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Just missed off the outside corner. Good spot to try to garner a chase 0-2. But Ross leaves off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harlan pinching the middle more than the hole on the right side as the infield stays in. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul down the third base line. Outside the coach's box. We'll do it again. Brooks made 5 starts during the regular season, 9 total appearances in a Kettleers uniform. Following his freshman season at the College of Charleston in the CAA. Comes set, the 1-2 pitch. Outside again that time with the fastball. Count runs even at 2.
As I said with Brooks, you can't try to be too perfect. It can be hard when it feels like you're hitting a spot and not getting a call. You know, whether it's on the plate or off the plate, besides the point. But gotta just attack the zone. Trust your stuff.
2-2. Chop foul again. Good fight put up by Ross, but looks like Brooks finding the plate a little bit more here. Count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Mitch Jeb stands on third after a single with a man on first, nobody out. Already 1 run across for the Harbor Hawks in the top of the first inning. Brooks looking to bear down and limit the damage. The 2-2 pitch. Line back to the screen again. Another good spoil from Ross. 2-2 remains the count. Ross in yesterday's game. On base a couple of times. Pair of singles in the middle innings. 2 strikeouts sandwich those hits. Brooks ready again. Another 2-2. Cutter got it. Fastball up in the zone. It's the first strikeout of the day for Daniel Brooks and a huge second out in the top of the inning. Brings Drew Earhart to the plate.
Great pitch from Brooks. A little bit of late life on that ball as well. Kind of started at 92 fastball. Started on the outer half. It kind of tailed a bit away from the righty. Got the swing and the miss. Now Brooks are 1 out away from getting through this and giving the bats a chance.
Delaney and Troy playing him to pull. First pitch. This is low, ball 1. Tampa product hits in the 5-hole today for Hyannis. First 2 reach for the Harbor Hawks. Brooks has gotten the next 2 in order. Here's the 1-0. Earhart check swing. Just low again. 2 balls, no strikes. Slight breeze blows left to right through the jersey of Daniel Brooks on the rubber from the stretch. Here's the 2-1. Earhart gets on top of one to left, sending Eddie Park back, still ranging back towards the fence at the wall, and it's gone. A 3-run top of the first inning, now up to that lead by way of a 2-run home run from Drew Earhart, and Hyannis is rolling early 3-0.
It's a Hyannis team that you ask yourself, were they going to bring the energy today after the way last night went? And through a couple outs so far in the first, energy certainly has been brought from the Harbor Hawks. Already action in the Ketts bullpen. Cam Schulke warming up as a long visit here from Coach Roberts to Daniel Brooks.
And again, a lot of baseball to be played. Bats have yet to come to a plate after a big night last night, but Riley talked about setting the tone, and Hyannis has done that, bringing the energy back to Lowell Park.
Yeah, having them bat first here, they're definitely not wasting any time, putting a lot of pressure on Daniel Brooks on the mound early on, and just issuing some good at-bats and putting the pressure on for this Cotuit pitching staff after last night. Definitely a strong performance from Cohen, but capitalizing on these small placement things with Brooks, looking to maintain that confidence in here, probably just settling him down, and Coach Roberts getting him back in the zone and finish out this inning.
Home plate umpire out to break up the discussion. Still 2 outs in the inning, now nobody on, but Hyannis with a 3 spot here in the first inning. Taking all the momentum in Game 3, Cotuit Bats will have some work to do in the home half of the inning. Pancho Ruiz out of San Diego State steps in from the right side. Converses with his catching counterpart, Caleb Lomavita. Steps in from the right side, Brooks back from the hill. Infield straight up, first pitch. Finds his own first strike. Hyannis got the bats going early, started with the leadoff walk to Riku Nishida, a single for Mitch Jebb. Sac fly from McConnell. 0-1, finds his own again. Good breaking ball from Brooks, count goes to 0-2. Got Jackson Ross on a swinging strikeout, and then Drew Earhart leaves the wall to left field. Here's the 0-2. Fastball too far out at 91 on the gun, 1-2 the count.
Don't want to dance around too much. Just don't want to attack Ruiz. Don't want this to get too long of an at-bat.
The 1-2 pitch. Front door missed a little inside. Count runs even at 2. Hyannis offense was busy from the get-go in Game 1, posting 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Here's the 2-2. Didn't get on top of the breaking ball. It misses high. Runs the count full. Brooks trying to end the inning right here. Ruiz looks to extend. The full count pitch. Looped into shallow left center field. Park ranging in. Bradfield coming in. Park lays out. It's over his glove and gets down for a hit. Ruiz stops at first. There's a ball in the middle of no man's land. Park gave it a dive, but could not make the catch. Ruiz reaches. It's the 3rd hit of the inning for Hyannis and extends the inning to Dominic Vitelli.
Yeah, that's just one that, yeah, it hung up there, but just one of those spots where neither Bradfield or Park are able to make a quick enough run over to it, and just drops. Valiant effort from Eddie Park, though.
Hyannis already a 3 spot in the first inning as Vitelli steps in. The first pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Playing the left-hander to pull. Harlan deep in his second base position out towards the edge of the outfield grass. Troy ranging up the middle at shortstop as well. Brooks is 0-1. Misses high, evens the count and a ball and a strike. Vitelli last night at McKeon Park in Game 2. Pair of strikeouts and a line out to left field, grounder up to shortstop. 0 for 4 on the night for the Miami shortstop. Brooks ready to 1-1. Tapped off the bat foul. Little check swing from Vitelli. Didn't mean to make contact, but did. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield for the most part straight up. Bradfield a few shades to his right and center. Ruiz leads off. Here's the 1-2. Vitelli slaps one foul, gets into the parking lot. Over a couple fans walking in. Count remains 1-2.
And a lot of credit to these Hyannis hitters. They've done a great job battling And 2 strike counts, much like we saw the Kets do a night ago, and forcing Brooks to eventually give them something they can hit.
Count 1-2, Brooks deals. Pitch misses in the dirt. Ruiz tried to find a read. Lomavita keeps it around the plate, so no advancement for the Hyannis catcher. Count evens at 2-2. Riley, a lot of deep counts against Daniel Brooks so far.
Yeah, and I think Jake's point is spot on. They're doing what the Kets did last night, battling back in 2 strike counts, and that's been tough to work through so far.
Brooks taps set. The 2-2 delivery. Breaking ball high, runs another count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ruiz to get a head start on the pitch.
It feels like it's just been that inability to get that put-away pitch throughout this first inning that's really come back to hamper Brooks. He's had a handful of 2-strike counts, but hasn't been able to get much outside of the 1 strikeout.
Ready to go. The 3-2. Just missed outside. Patelli walks. Puts runners on first and second on a borderline pitch. Extends to the 8th batter of the inning in Nolan Chanuel.
Look, all I can say is you have to hope that the strike zone is this tight on both sides, because these are a lot of balls that have been called strikes all season long, and these are just been borderline pitches that aren't going the Kets' way. So all I can say is you hope it goes both ways today.
Mike Roberts back out of the dugout. That's going to be the end of the day for Daniel Brooks after just 2/3 of an inning here in the top of the first inning here in Game 3. New reliever coming out of the pen for Cotuit. We'll tell you who it is and give you the line on Brooks when we return. 3-0 Hyannis, top 1 on the Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-53.
Down 3-0 in the first inning, Mike Roberts pulling one of his most valuable cards early, turning the ball over to Cam Schulke, the 2022 Cape Cod Baseball League Reliever of the Year. Enters today 5-0 on the summer with a .81 ERA, 19 strikeouts and 7 walks across 22 1/3 innings to go along with 3 saves. He deals with Nolan Chanuel, first pitch. And a slow ball 1. Daniel Brooks went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits on 3 runs. That line cannot be closed yet. 2 walks and a strikeout. Schulke looking to put out the fire in the first. A look to second. The 1-0 pitch. Finds his own breaking ball that time. Snaps on the outside corner. Count goes to 1 ball and a strike. Chanuel homered in game 1. On a ball out to right center field. Pitch from Schulke. Sinker chopped foul up over the netting of the Hyannis dugout. Count goes to 1-2.
Schulke's gone as high as 74 pitches this year, so you know he can certainly give you length. Obviously, a couple of quick innings to start from him would be great in doing that.
One pitch away from getting out of further trouble here in the first on what's been a blueprinted start for Hyannis from their side. The 1-2 pitch. Missed away. Good lead from Sean Noel. Count goes to 2-2. Schulke nods for a sign with runners on. From the set at the belt, the 2-2. Missed away again. Sinker that time. Another full count this inning. A dangerous 9-hitter and Mike Sirota on deck. Schulke ready, runners will go. The 3-2 pitch. Sean Noel to right. Pearson has a beat on it, ranging back towards the fence, towards the wall. It gets down, and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Nolan Sean Noel, and it's another 6th spot early for Hyannis. They lead 6-0. Cotuit had all the momentum in Game 2, and Hyannis has ripped it right back in Game 3.
Yeah, another one. Fastball just a bit too much over the plate. And look, I hate to keep revisiting this point, but I go back to the first at-bat of the game when there were 2 balls that have traditionally been called strikes, called balls against Nishida, and he walked. I mean, that changed the course of this game, the course of this inning.
First pitch to Sirota misses down and away, ball 1. The 9th man to reach in the first inning in a disaster start for the Kettleers in a winner-take-all matchup. 1-0 pitch called for a strike to the knees. Sirota, the Northeastern product, making his way down from Beantown for the summer. Breaking ball, good movement from Schulke. Sirota spoils foul, 1-2. Jake, you mentioned it earlier, the failure for Cotuit Arms so far to get the put-away pitch has given Hyannis new life.
Yeah, it's been 2 strike counts almost every at-bat, but they've been unable to put them away.
1-2 pitch over him. Breaking ball flown into center field. Bradfield has a beat on it, ranges to his left, settles under, and makes the catch to finally retire the side. But a massive start for Hyannis, posting 6 runs in the inning by way of 4 hits, no errors for Cotuit, and nobody left on base. Kettleers bats with work to do early. 6-0 Hyannis leads. Bottom of the first coming up on the Kettleers digital.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers digital.
Hyannis has all the momentum early in Game 3, up 6-0. Heading into the bottom of the first inning, but this is a Cotuit offense that found its swing in the playoffs yesterday with a 9-run performance, scored in 6 of the first 7 innings, and looks to get hot here at Game 3 at home. We'll get you the lineup for the Kettleers. It's the exact same as last night. Tommy Troy leads off at shortstop, followed by Ryan Ignafo, the first baseman. Carter Trice serves as the DH. He bats third. Caleb Lomavita back behind the plate. Hits cleanup. Eddie Park, the left fielder, bats 5th. Ryan Galaney at third, bats 6th. Enrique Bradfield patrols center field, batting 7th. Trotter Harlan, the second baseman, bats 8th. And Josh Pearson in right field rounds out the lineup. He bats 9th against the tall left-hander Jake Berry out of Virginia. 3-0 with a 2.66 ERA in the Cape League this summer. 23 2/3 innings pitched. 20 strikeouts to 9 walks. After a 5-3 season at the University of Virginia during the spring, future destination of Kettleers right-hander Harrison Cohen. First pitch to Troy. Drops one back up the middle, and it's into center field for a base hit. Cotuit needed to start. There it is from Tommy Troy. Finds his way on base to lead off the game for the second straight day. Cotuit off to a good start with a man on first, nobody out for Ryan Ignafo.
Look, we're going to find out very early if this team is still as locked in as they looked pregame. 6 runs in the first, that can be dejecting. If you can get a couple back, just have some semblance of life early on in this ball game, I think that will help them. I think this is a group, they're going to be playing ticked off. They were yesterday. I think the way the first inning went, I think is just going to build on that.
Brings Ryan Ignafo to the plate. 2 home runs in 2 postseason games so far. First pitch. Ignafo gulps one to left. Ross has a beat on it, ranging back over to make the catch. Ranging over the shoulder. A fine play by Ross on a line drive from Ignafo. Cotuit being aggressive early in the count. 1 out in the inning. A man on first for Carter Trice.
Yeah, and a couple good swings so far. Ignafo is always a guy that can put one over the fence at any moment's notice. So good swing from him. Good sign of hopefully what's to come from these first 2 at-bats.
Carter Trice steps in, who had a sensational day in Game 2. Drove in Tommy Troy for the first run of the game in Hyannis a night ago. Had a big game, 3 hits in the game, scored 2 runs as well. First pitch. Trice sends one to deep left center. Ross moving back to the wall, looking up. Goodbye! Oh, we're in for a slugfest in Game 3. Carter Trice leaves the yard. His 6th home run of the summer, his first in the postseason. And Cotuit cuts the lead into a third. It's 6-2.
This is the spark that you want to see from this team early on. Carter Trice putting the pressure on this Harbor Hawks pitching staff early on. A clean swing from him sends one deep into the trees in left field. Gets the offense going early, scores Tommy Troy, and the Kets are moving their way back, and it starts with Carter Trice.
Well, apparently the ball that Barry got back asks for a new one. They're actually going to appeal to second. See if Trice touched the bag. The umpire is asking what they want to appeal. He said safe. So everything stands. But what a start in the bottom of the first inning. Jake Berry has thrown 3 pitches. Has already given up 2 hits and 2 runs. First pitch to Loma Vida. Shift on, nubs one to the right side. Long run for Nishida, ranging over to his left. He throws over to the bag, and it's just in time. Beats Loma Vida by a step for the second out of the inning. 4-3 the putout. There's 2 down. 4 pitches every Kettleer has swung at the first ball they've seen.
I think Eddie Park's going to take a pitch here. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But
that's not a rhetorical question. That might be being serious.
Because usually in baseball, it's like, okay, we have a couple first pitch swings. The next guy's going to take a pitch. But 4 in a row. These are guys that they're hungry to get back in this ball game. And look, even if it's 2 in the first, if you get 2 in the first, Schulke comes out, shuts them down in the second. You'll be feeling good about the long-term outlook here.
First pitch to Eddie Park. Wow. Don't blink. Cotuit took a pitch, and it's a ball outside. 1-0 between Berry and Park. 1-0 delivery. Finds the outside corner with a breaking ball that time, evens it up. At a ball and a strike. Park moving over for the postseason from right field to left. Stands in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball too high that time. 2 balls and a strike. Park last night 0 for 5, but hit the ball hard. Certainly due for a couple of hits today. Counts 2-1. Berry deals home. Park lines one foul to the left side. He's had a strong stroke the other way the last couple of days. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you have another power bat and Glaney on deck, so you'd love to get a base runner for him.
2-2 to Eddie Park. Chased low. Ruiz squeezes it, puts the tag on Park. And that brings the bottom of the first inning to a close. But not before Cotuit punches back early. A 2-run home run from Carter Trice puts Cotuit back within 1 swing of the bat to tie this one up in the first inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left on in the Cats' half of the first. We head to the top of the second. 6-2 Hyannis leads on the Kettleers digital.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettliersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers digital network.
Not at the ballpark? follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit.
You want chaos in Game 3? We've got some chaos in Game 3. Hyannis and Cotuit combined for 8 runs in the first inning. Now top 2 with a 6-2 lead for Hyannis, and 9 men came to the plate in the first inning, so it's back up top to Riku Nishida against Cam Schulte, who got the final out of the first inning. Steps back to the mound. Expect some length from him out of the Kettleers bullpen after a tremendous regular season in a Cotuit uniform. Nishida walked and scored his first time up. Takes back in from the left side. Similar defensive alignment with the corners in. Middle back. First pitch from Schulte. Breaking ball. Moves Nishida out of the way. 1-0. Schulte's one mistake in the first inning. 3-run home run to Nolan Shanuel. The 1-0. Slow breaking ball. Finds the zone. Comes in from the outside corner. 1-1.
You absolutely need a shutdown inning from Schulte because it looks like the bats are picking up where they left off a night ago, but now the pitching has to back it up.
Schulte nods off a few signs. Now finds one he likes as he comes to the set. The 1-1 pitch. Nishida drops down the bunt. It's called for a strike down and away. Count moves to 1-2. Schulte, an arm who had some Hyannis roots earlier in 2022. Happened to be on his way off the Cape before he was nabbed by Cotuit. Said, don't you go anywhere. What a season it's turned out to be for him. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Nishida pops it foul out of play. Bounces around and taps off the first car in the parking lot. Some conversation back and forth from the third base dugout as well.
Sounds like Roberts is upset because Schulte is waiting for Nishida to get set, but Roberts saying get the sign and go. Don't wait for him to get the bat up. If he's in the box, you're completely entitled to throw a pitch.
1-2 from Schulte. Breaking ball glides off the dirt too low. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes, and that's where Nishida has gotten into the heads of some teams over the course of the year. He's been an excellent player, and he does really a lot of it. Again, plays a quick game, does what he can, and it's an unorthodox approach in the box. The 2-2. Just missed away. Count goes full. And it's all the nuances he does. Bending down with 2 strikes to try to duck higher pitches. Obviously can get up and down in the zone with the bat and just does so many little things to make him excel. 3-2, chopped back up the middle. Harlan ranging to the backhand, has it, throws back over to first. The head first slide from Nishida. Not in time. It's a 4-3 put out to start the inning. Schulte wins the battle for the first out. Brings Mitch Jebb to the plate with a man out, nobody on. Top 2, 6-2, Hyannis leads.
So I don't know where either of you stand on the whole head first slide conversation, but from what I've seen, it slows you down. You're faster if you just run through the bag. The only time I really would ever consider a head first slide a viable option if it's one of those throws that pulls the first baseman off the bag and you're trying to get below a tag. But in that instance, you're better off just running through the bag.
Again, that applying to first base sliding head first. First pitch to Jebb, chops foul 0-1.
Oh, I agree, and it's very rare that you see that situation. So an interesting approach from him there for the 4-3 put out to opt to slide, but nonetheless a big first out for Cam Schulte.
Jebb singled his first time up. Schulte deals the 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. It's right on the edge, but not called. 1-1 the count.
I mean, it's a great spot. It's a great presentation from Loma Vida, but I mean, maybe it's an inch off the plate, if that.
Schulte dealing from the set. Here's the 1-1. Finds the outside corner that time. Count goes to 1-2. Jake, you mentioned last inning we wanted to see how the consistency of the zone was being called. Well, we haven't gotten that yet because, well, Cotuit hasn't really taken many pitches.
I say we haven't had an opportunity to do that.
Schulke ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the second leading hitter in terms of average during the regular season in Jeb. Here's the pitch home. Sinker chops right in front of the plate. Lomavita catches it foul. Keeps the count 1-2 as Jeb takes a stroll before returning to the box. Cotuit in need of a 1-2-3 inning to keep Hyannis off the board and get these red-hot bats back to the plate. In the bottom half of the second, 2 runs across in the first inning by way of a 2-run home run off the bat of Carter Trice. His 6th overall this summer, 1st of the postseason. Schulke with a long pause before he nods for the sign. 1-2 to Jeb. Slaps it foul. Got the very edge of the bat, reached the barrel all the way across the plate. Does just enough to spoil. Count stays the same 1-2. Jeb hit .356 during the regular season for the Harbor Hawks. The exact same clip he hit at with the Michigan State Spartans during the collegiate spring season. Jeb holds the bat in front of the plate. Schulke motionless as he comes set to the belt. He deals. Breaking ball on a couple of hops to second base. Trotter Harlan has it, flips it over. Did he hold the bag at first? Ignafo did. What started as a routine 4-3 putout got a little interesting, but a great job by Ignafo to hold the bag for the second out of the inning.
I was going to say the last 2 groundouts by Nishida and Jeb respectively have certain nothing but routine.
Kim Schulke, the first 2 outs of the inning, now deals with Cole McConnell. Stays in the stretch against the left-handed shift. First pitch at the knees for strike 1. Schulke quickly getting the first 2 outs. Couple of rollovers to Trotter Harlan. Deals the 0-1. High breaking ball that time, up above the letters, 1-1. Connell's been comfortable in that 3-hole, playing center field for the Harbor Hawks throughout the summer. Here's the 1-1. Slow breaking ball, big cut from McConnell, comes up empty, 1-2. What a boost it would be for the Kettleers if Schulke can go through the top third of this lineup that's been so dangerous, 1-2-3 in the second. Nods off a sign. Shakes his head with the affirmative. 1-2 delivery. McConnell to right center. Bradfield looks, Pearson looks, this one's into the trees, it's gone. Cole McConnell continues his reign of Lowell Park. It's his 3rd home run at this field during the summer. And another run on the board for Hyannis at 7-2.
Yes, another pitch up over the plate, but I mean, it was up, but it was a little in. McConnell did a good job opening up those hips early and getting the barrel down on the baseball. And still a lot of baseball left to play, but you talk about a shutdown inning, you talk about momentum. That's a great way to seize it right back if you're the Harbor Hawks.
Led by 6 entering the bottom of the first inning, up to 4 entering the top half of the second. Now the lead up to 5 for Hyannis. Cotuit's going to have to keep pace today in what's going to be a slugfest in the decisive Game 3. Jackson Ross steps in. First pitch misses low, ball 1. McConnell homered twice during the tie here, 6-6 finish in July. 1-0 breaking ball, tapped foul, got a piece of Lomavita, 1-1. Now homers today off Cam Schulke. All of which going to right center here at Lowell Park. Hit 3 home runs during the regular season, that's his 4th total. Schulke looking to work around the solo shot and end the second inning here. The 1-1 pitch. Sinker chop back up the middle. Troy has a read on it, gets up to get it, fires on to first in time. Gets Ross at first, and that ends the inning. A trio of groundouts for Schulke in the frame, but Hyannis does tack on another 1 run on 1 hit. That's the Cole McConnell solo shot. No errors, nobody left. Cotuit bats look to continue to keep pace. 7-2 through an inning and a half. Hyannis leads on the Kettleers Digital Network.
95200 or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit.
Bottom two from Lowell Park, 7-2 Hyannis leads. 6 runs in the first inning, 1 in the top half of this frame after a solo home run to right center off the bat of Cole McConnell. So more work to do for the Cotuit offense, trailing by 5. It's 6-7-8 due up. Starts with Ryan Galaney. Takes the first pitch, low, ball 1. Galaney homered yesterday in Hyannis, one of a couple home runs on the day for the Cats. Snuck one just inside the right field foul pole. He's got tremendous hitting ability to the opposite field. 1-0 misses high, 2 balls, no strikes. And Jake, we talked about in the top of the inning, we have to learn how this game and how the strike zone is going to look on the Cotuit side. Now it's Galaney finally working deeper in the count after it was a rushed first inning for Jake Berry, but 2 runs across, but he worked rather quickly in terms of his pitch count against the first 5 hitters he faced. Starts the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Galaney swings and misses, fastball up. Count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, Galaney was hunting on that fastball, but yeah, we'll have to see if the approach changes at all. We've seen the Hyannis hitters be patient, good 2-strike approach, and then barrel some balls up.
2-1 pitch. Galaney pops it foul out of play over the first base bleachers. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, between the 2 starters today, if baseball doesn't work out, maybe we'll see them in the NBA G League soon. A couple of extremely tall starting pitchers. Daniel Brooks stands at 6'8". Jake Berry up around the area of 6'9", 6'10". Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed stayed away. Ruiz tried to bring it back. Count moves to 3-2. Galaney patient to lead off the second.
Well, there's an early inclination to the answer to that question of, how tight will the zone be? Not saying that would have been a strike usually, but, it's a call that some catchers could buy.
3-2 to Galaney. Fastball stays up. It's a leadoff walk for the Wofford corner infielder. Good start for Cotuit. Leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Brings Enrique Bradfield to the plate.
Really good at bat for Ryan Galaney to lead off the inning. Look, he's a guy. We know the power he has. He crushed one to right field the other night at Hyannis, so he knows what he can do, but more importantly, it's a long game. 24 outs to work with for Cotuit. So just need to keep the approach patient. When you get a pitch you like, give it a rip.
Berry taps himself set from the belt. First pitch to Bradfield. Fastball way upstairs, moved his head out of the way. Count goes to 1-0, and on the other side of the bracket over in the East, we've seen some utter craziness during the first round. You had YD come back from a 8-run deficit against Orleans in Game 1. Brewster the same, came back from 5 against Harwich early. The 1-0 pitch. Bradfield takes a strike over the outside corner, 1-1.
That's not a great inclination because that was probably a ball in the first inning. You saw Bradfield kind of nodding his head no. Like he's like, yeah, Bradfield had a great view of it from center field. He knows what the zone is.
Berry. Tall set the pitch. Fastball right back there, called again. Bradfield with a look on his face, knowing that he's going to have to make an adjustment.
And Bradfield knows it because he saw, as he said, bird's eye view. He saw those pitches not called for strikes against Daniel Brooks in the first.
Berry ready. Galaney dances off. Now throw over to the bag. It's the only move we've seen from Berry so far. Just a show-me move as Galaney danced off the bag. Bradfield up to the plate with the count 1-2. If Berry keeps it away, Bradfield can go the opposite field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Good take low. Count goes to 2-2. Jake sharp action on the breaking ball that time, but a better lead from Bradfield.
Yeah, no, he's had pretty good plate discipline all in all this season since he's been here.
Barry nods for a sign as the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Man on first, nobody out. The pitch. Bradfield, high fly ball to right. It's shallow as Sirota moves over towards the line. Now back the other direction, makes the catch. Delaney back over to first. Bradfield did work the count, but Barry wins the battle for the first out of the inning, brings Trotter Harlan to the plate.
That's one that Bradfield just missed. A little bit down on the hands. That one's a bit more up on the barrel, a bit more on top of the baseball. That's one he could have put over the fence. And Bradfield's a guy who has some power. This past year at Vanderbilt, he did hit upwards of 8 home runs, so he's got some power. So does this guy at the plate, Trotter Harlan.
Has a home run on the season that came back against Brewster in the middle of July. First pitch. Misses upstairs and away, ball 1. Harlan drove in a run last night at McKeon Park. Single to the left side was thrown out trying to stretch it into second after the throw to the plate. Room to work on the right side if he can go the other way. Long pause from Barry, the 1-0. Harlan pops one high in foul territory. Ruiz gives a look, twisting towards the fence. And it gets out of play off the patio. Adjacent to the first base stands, count moves to 1-1. Barry had a 5-3 record during the season at Virginia with a 4.79 ERA across 56 1/3 innings. 69 strikeouts to 26 base on balls. Has spotted well, glove side against lefties. See what he deals Harlan. The pitch. Trotter rips it to the left side. Earhart has it, throws for second for 1. Back over to first, throws high, but into the glove of Sean Newell. They go around the horn to end the inning 5-4-3. And that closes the home half of the inning for Cotuit in the second. No runs on no hits, no errors in the inning, and nobody left on base. Cotuit trails by 5 heading to the top of the 3rd inning. 7-2 the score, Hyannis leads. We'll send it down to Jenna Meyer for the first time today.
Thanks so much, Tim. Now, Cotuit and Hyannis are not the only one in this Game 3 situation. Falmouth and Bourne also competing in the best 2 of 3 tonight to try and secure a spot in the Western Division Finals. Now, that game will start at 6 p.m. Cotuit should still be in the competition with Hyannis by then, so we'll have updates as that game gets started. Back to you, Tim.
Jenna, thanks so much. Again, we head to the top of the 3rd inning. We'll be back after a quick break. 7-2 Hyannis on the
Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettleersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettleersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Cam Schulte back out to start the 3rd inning. 7-2 Hyannis leads here in the decisive Game 3 of the 2022 CCBL West semifinals. Gets the 5, 6, 7 spots in the order. Starts with Drew Earhart. First pitch taken at the knees for strike 1. Earhart's had a productive day with both the bat and the glove. Hit a 2-run home run back in the 1st inning. Left the yard to left field and then started the 5-4-3 double play last frame. Breaking ball line to center field. Bradfield down on knee. He's got a total read on it. Stands right up from the crutch, makes the catch. 2 pitches, 1 out for Schulte to start the inning. There's 1 down.
Talk about being played perfectly. Bradfield didn't move a step back, forward, left, or right. And look, if you're Schulte and you're the Cats, you need to put a 0 on the board. You know this Cats offense can get hot in a hurry, but you need the pitching to keep it a 5-run ball game for now.
Pancho Ruiz steps in from the right side. Singled his last time up. First pitch. Breaking ball stayed too high that time. Up in the zone away, 1 ball, no strikes to count. Seeing George Corona take over for Ruiz later in games this series as a defensive substitution, but Ruiz is back, gets the start today. 1-0, too far outside again, 2 balls, no strikes. First time Ruiz has seen Schulke today. 2-0, slider called for a strike. That one may be a little out, but it is called, so each side has gotten a couple on that outer half, Jake.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. If you can get those calls on the outer half, you can live there, and it really helps you out as a pitcher.
Overhand delivery, 2-1, breaking ball to the left side. Tommy Troy has it on a long hop, takes a step, fires on to first, and it's in time. 6-3 put out of Pancho Ruiz. Schulke gets the first 2 here in the third, and it brings Dominic Patelli to the plate.
Yeah, we saw the same from Schulke in the second. Got the first 2 on a couple of ground outs. Got the first 2 in the third. Now you need to just avoid that mistake pitch.
Patelli, his first time around, worked a walk in the inning. Back in the first. First pitch. Slider too far inside, 1-0. Shortstop out of Miami. Digs in from the left side. Count 1-0, the pitch. Patelli check swing. Didn't go enough to garner an appeal. 2 balls, no strikes. Schulke comes to a set. Left-handed shift against the shortstop. 2-0, breaking ball a little low. Cross back across the plate, but south of the knees as the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Schulke has gotten the first 2 in order in each of the last 2 innings. The 3-0 pitch. Missed away. It's a 4-pitch walk to Patelli. Second base on balls issued by Schulke. And brings Nolan Shanuel to the plate, who homered his first time up. So Patelli moves down to first. He's reached twice today by way of the base on balls. Now Shanuel steps to the plate. Schulke looking to strand a 2-out walk. Throw back over to first. Ignafo dropped the ball. Might have had a chance to get Patelli, but in and out of the glove of Ignafo. Leaves Patelli at first.
I think that's one where you get so eager because you see how far the runner is off the bag. You start swiping the tag before you have the ball in the glove.
Looks back, first pitch. Slider called for a strikeout or half. Shanuel, the first batter that Schulke faced when he entered back with 2 outs in the first inning. They meet for a second time here in the third. Another quick back check over, and they got him this time. That's how you kill some momentum in the inning. Cam Schulke picks off Dominic Patelli from first. Couldn't get the first one. Gets him on the second time, and that brings the third inning to a close, and most importantly a 0 posted by the Cotuit pitching staff. No runs in the inning on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2.5 done from Cotuit. 7-2 Hyannis leads here on the Kettleers
Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital.
After holding Hyannis off the scoreboard in the top of the third inning, it's the Kettleers bats back to work. Harbor Hawks on top 7-2 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And the 9-man Josh Pearson leads it off. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Kets. Pearson, Troy, and Ignafo here in the third inning against the left-hander Jake Berry. Starts the inning middle of the rubber, slightly to the third base side from the windup. In the first pitch, Pearson leaves a breaking ball away, 1-0.
You want to know where the Cats' mindset is at this point of the game, down 5? Look at Ryan Ignaffo after that pickoff. Huge fist pump, huge exclamation. They're all into it.
Pearson swings through a 1-0 pitch away. Count goes to 1-1. Josh drove in a run with an RBI double back in game 1. Steps to the plate to lead off the third. The 1-1 pitch. A little out in front of that one. Pearson early on his last couple of cuts. The count goes to 1-2 with Tommy Troy on deck. Cotuit does not need to get everything back in one inning, just trying to chip away. The 1-2 pitch. Pearson a high pop up into shallow right center field. Sirota moving over towards the gap. A little extra jolt as he comes over. As he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. At F9, Pearson flies out to his right field counterpart. There's one down in the inning, nobody on. And the top of the lineup flips over to Tommy Troy for the second time through.
Well, it was the top of this lineup that helped with the 2 runs on the board to start. They are very aggressive against Jake Berry, the Virginia pitcher. So we'll see how the approach differs from both sides. Second time through. We're going to have a 3-man on the left side of the infield shift, though, against Troy.
That's where Tommy went with his leadoff single. First pitch to him. Leaves one up and away. Count goes to 1-0. Troy singled and scored in the first inning. Chopped one into left center field. Came around to score on the home run from Trice. Berry back to the windup. Deals. Breaking ball skips in. Backhanded by Ruiz. 2 balls, no strikes to the Stanford product and Tommy Troy. Had 5 home runs during the regular season. Was a finalist in the league home run derby during All-Star weekend. That's over a changeup that time. Darted away. Count goes to 2-1. Berry's 2-1 pitch. Check swing foul from Troy, gets out of play. Took another changeup that time and stayed up in the zone, but now moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes against Troy. Cotuit lineup second time through. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Troy just gets a piece, chops it foul back towards the Cotuit dugout. We will do it again.
Good job fighting off that off-speed pitch from Tommy Troy. It's a pitch that has given him trouble, but he's really done a better job adjusting to it as of late.
Hyannis 7, Cotuit 2, 1 out, bottom 3. The pitch. Hit Troy on the front ankle. He moves down to first, and it's a Cotuit player that gets bailed out. Troy finds his way on for the second time today on the hit by pitch, and it brings Ryan Ignaffo up to the plate to hit the ball hard on a line out his first time up.
Yeah, that swing in the first from Ignaffo is one of those balls that off the bat you feel pretty good about it, just right on the nose to a player, but he has home runs in back-to-back days. Can he make it 3 in a row? Can he help the Cats get back in it? Let's see.
Anything middle into the Eastern Illinois first baseman has been tattooed so far in the series. First pitch. Fastball way upstairs. Ruiz out of the crouch to get it. 1-0 the count. Homer to left field in game 1 to make it a 6-2 game. Left the yard once again a night ago at Hyannis. Troy leads off first with 1 out. The pitch to Ignaffo. Fastball upstairs again, 2-0 the count. Now we'll have a mound meeting with the Hyannis pitching coach coming out. Double-barreled action in the Harbor Hawks bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, with the 5-run lead, you think, okay, how long is the leash for someone like Berry? But if the Cats can get a couple of runs here, that's where you go to those high-leverage arms. I know Strickland's a guy that we could see out of the bullpen early. If needed, a handful of their high, like the Cats we talked about, Scholke and Bruno being available. Some of their high-leverage arms are still available as well. So if Berry gets in trouble, we can easily see him leave this game in the next inning or 2.
There's a left-hander warming up. He has stopped throwing. Looks like he's ready to go if his name is called. Also, one more right-hander still up on the mound in the right field bullpen.
Also, an arm is up and thrown in the Cats bullpen. It's Joseph Whitman.
Count 2-0 to Ignaffo when play resumes. Tommy Troy stands on first after being hit by a 2-strike pitch. Big, powerful lefty out of Eastern Illinois steps to the plate back in from the right side. Trailing by 5, bottom 3. Berry comes set at the belt. Tap set. The 2-0 pitch. Ignaffo takes it in. It gets away. Troy up to second on the wild pitch. He stops there. And the ball was interfered with. Usually the call they make when the umpire grabs his wrist like that, so Troy stands at second.
Was awfully close to getting into the Kets dugout, which could have been another base for Tommy Troy, but fortunately for the Harbor Hawks, it stayed out.
Well, now for Ignafo, just a single could bring home another run with Troy on second. Time called, and now the umpires are going to get together. Again, maybe if that's to see if, based on Lowell Park ground rules, if that should lead to another base for Troy. Whole crew's going to get together between third base and the pitcher's mound. Rick Emerson chatting with Jake Berry on his way over. Berry just gives a nod and the hands up in the air to his catcher Ruiz after that pitch. So what the home plate umpire just said was that regardless of if the ball went out of play or not, that Troy was only going to be awarded second base. The only ruling for that would be if that's one that goes out of play, if it's a part of the ruling that's an umpire discretion on how far the runner is advanced. Nonetheless, Troy still in scoring position, and a 3-0 count to Ryan Ignafo. Waves the bat over the right shoulder. Berry 2 looks to second. Ignafo steps up in the box and now steps off to go through the signs again with a look to Troy.
Intrigued to see if we get red light, green light here for Ignafo, because if he gets something middle, I'll be surprised if he tries to uncork on it.
3-0 the look to second. Pitch to Ignafo. Taking it all the way. It's fastball up and away. Ignafo walks on 4 pitches, puts 2 runners on for Carter Trice, who unleashed on a home run back in the first inning.
And Trice's mindset's got to be, look, you got to really be dead set on where your best pitch is. For Trice, that's, up in the zone, maybe a little bit in on the plate. Someone who likes to pull the ball to left field like we saw. Don't want to give him in to anything else.
Crushed the first pitch he saw, first time against Berry. See how they sequence him here. First pitch, runners go. Pitches inside for a strike. Throw down to third is in time to get Troy. Tommy didn't get a great jump leading off his second, and Ruiz had time to throw. Ignafo moves up to second, but now there's 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, I get in a game like this, you want to be aggressive, but for being a 5-run ball game, every base runner is valuable. And knowing what Trice can do with the bat, you don't want to be taking guys off the base pass.
Room to work on the right side for Trice as Nishida holds the runner on. And Jake, you talked about momentum and how much momentum has meant in this series from the early going. Cotuit was starting to work it back in this inning, but something like that can jolt the Harbor Hawks right back.
Yeah, I mean, a 5-run ball game, yes, but it feels like the momentum has shifted back and forth a couple of times today. And as you said, now it's up to Trice to try and swing it back the Kets' direction.
Look to second at Ignafo, the 0-1. Trice takes one at the knees. Count goes to 0-2. Berry a pitch away from working out of what was a jam with 1 out in the inning and 2 runners on. Moves a step or 2 up in the box, waves the bat in front of the plate. Berry to the set. 0-2. Fastball upstairs. Trice leaves it there, 1-2. Ignafo reached base on a 4-pitch walk. Still second on the double steal, but Pancho Ruiz threw out the lead runner and Tommy Troy at third. Claps on the Hyannis side. 1-2 pitch. Troy swings and misses. Cotuit started to build momentum in the inning. Double steal killed it. Head to the top of the 4th inning. No runs in the frame for the Cats on no hits, no errors, and a man left on base. Top of the 4th coming up, 7-2 the score. Hyannis leads. Time for play-by-play when we return on the Kettleers Digital
Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Top of the fourth inning here from Lowell Park. Game 3 of this playoff series against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. The Hawks have the lead 7 to the score here due up in the inning for the Harbor Hawks. The 8-9-1 batters, Nolan Shanuel, Michael Sirota, and Riku Nishida. And a new arm on the mound for Cotuit. Joseph Whitman, the sophomore left-hander out of Purdue, will take to the mound for his third appearance of the summer, first in this postseason. Last time we saw Whitman out was on the second against Falmouth a couple days ago. 3 2/3 innings pitched in that appearance. No runs, none earned, 3 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. In that appearance, he threw 48 pitches, 35 were strikes. He's been a big piece in this Cotuit pitching staff as he's made his debut in the last couple days. Take the mound for the third time today. What can we expect from Whitman, Tim?
Well, you'll see, again, that fastball that can sit in the low 90s, a big overhand breaking ball, but his best out pitch is that changeup. Likes to go with it with 2 strikes. This is a piece that, if Cotuit finds a way to move on, might have gotten the start in Game 1 tomorrow, but given the circumstances, down 5 in the 4th inning, all stops are out the window here. Got to go with all the arms you have, and it's Whitman's game here in the 4th inning.
Whitman's game and Whitman's first 3 to take on in this Harbor Hawks team with Nolan Shanuel at the plate. He homered his last time up in the 1st inning. Whitman will come set in the first pitch. Right down the middle and in there for a called strike. The 0-1. A little bit low, even up the count at 1.
That's what you get with Whitman. He's going to live down in the zone with the fastball. The breaking ball is really only the pitch that ever gets up anywhere higher in the zone, but he's a guy that lives in the knees with all 3 pitches.
The 1-1. Fouled back on the tip of the bat of Shanuel. He'll take a lap outside and make his way back to the box. Can't close the line on Schulke just yet. He tossed, or can close the line in the new inning. 2 1/3. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 were earned, a walk, and 9 batters that he faced for this Harbor Hawks team. Whitman will take a deep breath. And the 1-2. That one flared towards left field. Bradfield has a beat on it. He'll call it off and make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Really good range that time from Bradfield moving over. They've had a couple tough balls in the left center gap, but his speed allows him to close at that time and get over to make the catch.
Bradfield has been excellent defensively. Great range from him in center field. Moving towards left field on that one. Able to make the first out of the inning and bring up Michael Sirota to the plate. Sirota steps in from the right side. The first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Nice movement on that breaking ball. 83 on the gun, Jake. Got him a big swing and a miss on that first pitch.
Need to be able to mix up the stuff, keep these hitters off balance these next few innings.
The 0-1. And there for a called strike, 0-2. Whitman working fast in this count. Working fast out there on the mound. Getting ahead of Sirota in the 0-2. He'll find a sign he likes to give him a deep breath in the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for the second out of the inning. Takes down Michael Sirota and flips the lineup card over and Riku Nishida. Whitman looking real good out of the bullpen so far, Tim. Working fast and 2 quick outs for him.
Good breaking ball that time to finish off Sirota. Changed the eye level, spun that one down and in on the zone. Sirota swung over the top.
Good sequencing from Whitman so far. We'll give a look down to his catcher in Loma Vida. Moves back and forth. Deep breath. Nishida showed bunt, but he'll pull back. The 1-0. Just low and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count.
And looking at the movement that that pitch has so far, if Whitman can establish early with either that breaking ball or the fastball, he'll get more swings and misses on pitches like those.
Nishida in from the left side in the 2-0. Over the head of Nishida. He'll duck down. 3-0 the count. Nishida wears orange and blue batting gloves. Sport the Harbor Hawks colors. Black barrel on his bat. The 3-0. In there for a strike. 3-1.
Nishida cannot have been any further back.
He stepped out of the box.
Yeah, as he could be. Expected, like one of those. You see a lot of guys, 3-0 will kind of start to walk towards first, see if you can buy a ball 4. Couldn't there.
Nishida shows bunt. And it'll issue a walk to put Nishida on base.
We're looking at something that time. It's like David Ortiz-esque. The old video, 3-0 count. He starts walking to first as the pitch is thrown. But it's supreme confidence in your plate coverage and your knowledge of how the pitch is thrown. It's called for a strike, but nonetheless, Nishida on a 5-pitch walk.
Nishida stands at first. 2 outs in the inning, top of the 4th. Mitch Jebb at the plate. He'll step in from the left side. First pitch down the middle for a called strike. Jebb up to the plate for the 3rd time in this game. Reached base his first time up. The 0-1. Nice placement there for a strike. Got him just on the outside corner there, Tim.
That's where you want to live with that breaking ball. Picture perfect spot to Jebb. Head 0-2, you can go with anything you like. He's like that changeup down, but then used to get a swing and miss. See if he goes back to it.
Whitman will come set at the belt in the 0-2. A little bit low and outside, 1-2.
Went with the breaking ball instead, but given the movement it's had, that's an okay pitch in an 0-2 count. Trying to get a swing and miss, but a better take that time by Jebb.
Jebb started out his season as a Kettleer. Makes his way back to Lowell Park with Hyannis in this postseason. 1-2. Down the center for a hit, and that'll move Riku Nishida over to third, and Mitch Jebb with a 2-out single to extend the inning.
Second hit of the day for Jebb, and again, a hitter that's too good not to produce. You know he's going to find his hits. That time goes up the middle for a second base knock of the day and brings Cole McConnell back to the plate.
We talk about leadoff base runners and leadoff walks so much, but 2-out base runners and 2-out walks tend to do the same thing because it feels like you're cruising, you issue a walk, and then all of a sudden the wheels could fall off quickly.
Cole McConnell homered his last time up. Sac fly in the first inning and his 3rd time at the plate for the Harbor Hawks. He'll step in from the left side. First pitch to him outside at the corner for a ball. McConnell comes by way of Louisiana Tech. Finds himself on Cape Cod for the summer. Runners on first and third for the Harbor Hawks. The 1-0. Down the middle for a strike.
Back to the breaking ball against McConnell. It's been his best pitch against left-handed bats. Be a huge momentum shift for Cotuit if he can get McConnell out and strand 2 more runners on.
Deep breath from Whitman. He'll step off. Give a look down to Loma Vida and come set again. The 1-1. Low and outside for a ball.
After Whitman stepped off that last time before the pitch, Levita gave a very subtle point down towards third, telling his pitcher, keep an eye on Nishida. No one's holding him on. He's very far off the bag at third. We saw him try to steal home and did it successfully back in game 1.
2-1, swung on and missed. Working back here, 2-2 to McConnell. Runners at the corner. 2-2 the count. Jeb will go on a balk call. And Nishida will score.
Ryan Galaney at third looked right at the third base umpire and was like, I don't think that's a balk. Mike Roberts will come out to talk about it. And Galaney was pointing at the home plate umpire saying, can you guys talk about it? And Mike Roberts coming out now to ask for help.
It looked like a clean step off. Again, maybe if Rick Emerson saw a flinch before, he did, but either way it brings another run across, and that's what you can do to create those little flinches with runners on. Try to get that runner at first in motion, even if he's not going through, to get him in a pickle, but it brings another run across.
Nishida scores on the balk, and Mitch Jebb stands at second. That one flared towards the dugout of Hyannis. Do the 2-2 again.
Watching it back, it looks like he never comes set before stepping off. He brings the hands together, and that's when Jeb takes off, and he steps off before coming the rest.
2s across the board, top of the 4th inning. 8-2 the score. Flared back towards the dugout again, same spot. Mitch Jebb will make his way back to second base. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Whitman gives a nod, finds a sign he likes, comes set at the bell. 2-2 flared towards the Cotuit dugout. Spoiled again, 2-2. Bat Boy will make his way out to the home plate umpire. Give him a couple replacements. Infield playing at regular depth. Wind blowing ever so slightly. The 2-2 and a called strike. Big strikeout to end the inning. And that's how Cole McConnell will go down. The top of the 4th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. 8-2 the score here at Lowell Park against the Harbor Hawks on the Kettleers Digital
Network.
MK Pasek Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Lowell Park in Game 3. This matchup against the Harbor Hawks and the Cotuit Kettleers in the postseason. Barry back on the mound for another inning of work. Due up in this inning for the Kets, Lomavita, Park, and Galaney. Lomavita makes his way to the box, and he'll step in from the right side. First pitch to him, upstairs for a ball. The 1-0. Down and inside towards the knees, 2-0.
And we've talked throughout the course of this game so far. Cotuit's had good at-bats against Barry. Not to, obviously, the level they had against Coto a day ago, but they can put together some runners on.
2-0. Upstairs and outside for a ball. 3-0 to Loma Vita.
So it's not like his control's been perfect.
No, not at all. We saw that last inning, too. Hit by a pitch and a walk, and then double steal killed the momentum.
3-0 misses for a ball, and that'll issue a 4-pitch walk to Loma Vita. Put the leadoff runner and Cotuit on base as he makes his way down to first and brings up Eddie Park.
And it's just about creating opportunities moving forward because Cotuit's had the leadoff man on 3 of the first 4 innings. Now it's up to Eddie Park to continue this.
Looking to extend the inning here with a runner on base. The leadoff guy in Loma Vita stands at first. Eddie Park struck out his first time up in the first inning. Makes his way back up from the left side for Cotuit. Park coming by way of Stanford, wears the Cardinal cleats and Cardinal batting gloves. First pitch down the middle for a strike.
Park has some room to work in the left center gap. It's been somewhere he's found his stroke to the last couple of days. See if he can find some room to the outfield if he gets with some contact.
The 0-1 outside for a ball. Park's somebody who's had a lot of patience at the plate, I think is a big word for him. He's not quick to swing. He'll look for a pitch that he likes, and there's a lot of pressure on the pitching staff he faces. The 1-1 flared down the middle past the pitcher's back. Go the short way. The shortstop to nab Loma Vita at second. 6-4 to get the leadoff runner in Loma Vita. The first out of the inning.
The ball that looked good off the bat that time from Park up underneath the glove of Barry, but slowed down as it got past the second base bag. Until he's able to get one. Brings Ryan Galaney to the plate.
Galaney with some success in this postseason so far. Homered against Hyannis last night at McKeon Park. He reached base his last time up via the walk. And he'll step in from the right side. First pitch, flared foul towards the third baseline. 0-1.
Wondering if the heavy wind gust we just had anything to do with that extra stoppage.
I just waited a couple of seconds just to kind of settle it down. It's been a nice breeze today, blowing out towards left center. You can see a lot of motion in the trees in the outfield. The flag's blowing out too towards the left of the scoreboard on the stream in left center.
The 0-1. Flared back towards the backstop. 0-2 the count. Wind now blowing, like Jake said, towards center field and left. Temperatures much warmer than they were last night after getting a little bit of rain over in Hyannis. Nonetheless, able to finish the ball game and take home the win in yesterday's game. The 0-2 to Galaney, upstairs for a ball. One, two, swung on and missed. Galaney goes down on strikes.
Good changeup that time from Barry. We haven't seen a lot of it today, but good time for it there. Galaney trying to go fastball, adjust breaking ball. Gets the changeup instead, swings over the top for the second out of the inning.
2 outs in the inning. Enrique Bradfield due up. Runner on first and Eddie Park. 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the fourth, 8-2 the score. First pitch to Bradfield, low and outside for a ball. Barry will give a nod. The 1-0. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Barry, a Virginia product, will become teammates with Harrison Cohen, who made his announcement of his transfer. Yesterday's starter, he'll head to Virginia in the fall. The 2-0 in there for a called strike.
Bradfield doesn't love that call. I think he thought it was in a very similar spot than the previous pitch was.
He's taking the brunt of the borderline today. A couple of pitches away from his first time up. That one up under the letters.
2-1, flared up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit. Park motors around second and into third safely on the slide. Puts Enrique Bradfield on first with a 2-out single and extend this inning to put Eddie Park just 90 feet away.
That's what Bradfield's done best throughout the course of the season. Stay middle with the ball and just try to put something back up where the pitch came from. Does that time in a really good read from Park, reading McConnell in center. Gets a great turnaround second, gets to third easily. Now we'll see Eric Beatty make his way to the mound. Maybe that could be the day for Jake Berry.
But regardless of what happens, you've got to get at least one back in the fourth. You have an opportunity here, runner in scoring possession. There are 2 outs. Harlan's a guy who, has been swinging a good bat really all summer long. 2 hits a night ago, drove in a run, scored 1 as well. So, see if it's more just a calm down, change the approach situation, or if we're going to get a new arm.
2 pitchers were warming last inning. Nobody up now, and that's why Beatty's going to stick with the starter for the time being.
Beatty tried this walk back to say something to Riku Nishida, and then John Caracca, the home plate umpire, said, Eric, once you step off, you got to go back.
Beatty will make his way back to the dugout for Hyannis. The infield will return to their positions, and Trotter Harland will be the batter for Barry to face.
One of the points of the conversation also could have been what they're doing in a first and third situation. It could have been why he wanted to speak more to Nishida when he was walking back. Bradfield's a speedster, so we'll see they try and put him in motion, and whether it's they want to throw through, have Nishida cut it off. Right now Nishida's playing very close to the second base bag with the righty Harlan up.
Bradfield stands at first and Eddie Park at third. Runners on the corners here for Cotuit, and the first pitch to Harlan. In there for a called strike. Barry will come set at the belt, the 0-1. Flared back towards the backstop, 0-2.
Harlan was right on that one just to take off a foul. Different point in the count, maybe he gets something similar, but Barry, I can't see him giving anything too good to hit in an 0-2 at Harlan.
Let's see if we get some junk here from Barry.
Bradfield dances off first. The 0-2. That one flared towards the dugout. First baseman has a beat on it in Shanuel, and he makes the final out of the inning. At the bottom of the fourth inning, no runs scored, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll head now to the top of the 5th inning. Cotuit trails by 6-8 to the score here from Lowell Park. More on the top of this inning on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Kettleers Digital Network.
We want to hear from you during the game. Connect with the Cotuit broadcast crew by sending your questions to kettleersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us as the Kettleers take the field in pursuit of a Cape Cod Baseball League championship. Once again, that's kettleersbroadcastbooth@gmail.com and interact with us all season long on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
This is Harrison Cohen, right-handed pitcher from George Washington University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Top of the 5th inning, 8-2 the score. Harbor Hawks have the lead in this all-decisive Game 3 of a first-round Western Division matchup between the two teams that represent villages about 20 minutes apart. in the town of Barnstable. Joe Whitman returns the mound, inning number 2 of work. He'll get the middle third of this Harbor Hawk lineup. Jake Starr, Tim Crowley, Riley Pay. You'll hear from the 4th member of our team, Jenna Meyer, downfield side at the conclusion of the home half of the 5th. Jackson Ross steps in, 0 for 2 on the night so far. Harbor Hawks lead by 6, looking for some more insurance runs in the frame. Whitman, the lefty, kicks and deals. Outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Ross struck out his first time up in the first, then grounded to short. Next time up in the second. Whitman works quickly, the 0-1. Up and away for a ball, 1-1. And his team that set the tone with 6 runs in the top half of the first inning. Chased Daniel Brooks from this ball game before he could complete the frame, just 2/3 of an inning. From Brooks, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Whitman's done a good job challenging with the fastball since he came in. Gets up at the letters that time, gets Ross to swing and miss. He's gone soft down in the zone with 2 strikes. See how he attacks here.
1-2 the count, nothing away, top of the 5th. 8-2, Harbor Hawks have the lead. Jackson Ross bats from the right side, working against the lefty Whitman. Here's the delivery. Down low for a ball, 2-2. Following Daniel Brooks, Cam Schulke came in. He pitched 2 1/3. Gave up a couple of earned runs. Now it's Joe Whitman, the 3rd arm of the day. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck out Jackson Ross, the 3rd strikeout from Joe Whitman in an inning and a 1/3 so far. First out of the 5th. That brings Drew Earhart up to the plate. 1 out, top of the 5th. Earhart helped get the party really rolling in the first. He lifted a 2-run home run his first time up. 1 for 2 on the evening so far for the Tampa product. First pitch. Below the knees for a ball, 1-0. With his home run in the first, Earhart has hits in all 3 games of this first round playoff series. 1-0. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Strike zone has certainly opened up these last handful of innings. It was incredibly tight in the top of the first, especially. A couple of pitches that were certainly borderline. Didn't go Daniel Brooks in the Ket's way. 1-1, grounded towards 3rd. Galaney fields it on a couple of hops. Throws from the infield grass. It's in time. For the 2nd out of the inning, Pancho Ruiz, the batter. As Joe Whitman looks to send the Harbor Hawks down, 1-2-3.
Look, this is the 3rd straight inning that Cotuit's gotten. Actually, the 4th straight inning that they've gotten. First 2 batters out in the inning. It's been with 2 outs that Hyannis has done so much damage to keep innings alive. For Whitman, it's imperative to try to get Ruiz quickly as possible. Force a 1-2-3 frame.
First pitch to Ruiz. Swing and a miss, 0-1. 2 outs, top of the 5th. 8-2 Harbor Hawks lead. Bases are empty. Ruiz 1 for 2 tonight. Singled and scored a run in the 6th inning first. The 0-1. Up and away for a ball, 1-1. Winner of tonight's game will get the winner of the matchup at Lowell Park between the 4th-seeded Commodores and the 1st-seeded Braves. That game still about a half hour away from starting up in Bourne. 1-1. Underneath that's Ruiz, pop fly, left side of the infield. In comes Whitman, the pitcher, called off by the 3rd baseman Galaney. Will make the catch, just in fair territory. That'll retire the side in the top of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down for the Harbor Hawks. Officially halfway home from Lowell Park. Bottom of the 5th up next. 8-2 the score. Hawks lead on the Kettleers Digital.
2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers.
Bottom of the fifth, 8-2 the score. Harbor Hawks have the lead. 9-1-2 do it for the Kets. It'll be a new arm on the mound for Hyannis, Jordy Allard. The senior righty out of Northeastern making his 13th appearance of the summer, all out of the bullpen. 4-0 with an 0.49 ERA, 2 saves, 18 1/3 innings pitched. 21 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6 hits allowed. First batter he gets is Pearson. First pitch, drilled in the air, deep towards right field, but it will stay in the ballpark, and Mike Sirota makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Tim, a good swing from Pearson, but just not enough.
Just maybe off the end of the bat a little bit. Great swing from Pearson that time. Got on top of it to right field, but sort of made that play with ease as the lineup flips over for the third time through. Again, you're getting one of the better relievers in the Cape with Allard, who is just really completely come
First pitch, down low for a ball, 1-0 to Troy.
out of nowhere at the Division I level. Started his career at Babson, smaller school just outside of Boston, made the jump to Northeastern. His base thing, doesn't really walk anyone.
2-0 the count to Troy. So they go to one of their best arms of the summer in Allard. Pitched a season high 3 2/3 against YD on July the 31st. Picked up the win in that ballgame, gave up 1 run, and was unearned. He's given up a grand total of 1 earned run all summer long. 2-0. And there for a called strike on a breaking pitch, 2-1. So it could be Allard for the middle innings, and possibly Austin Strickland to close things out. 2-1. Troy drives it towards left field, base hit. It's a 1-out single for Tommy Troy, his second hit of the day. Riley, look, the Kets need some sort of a spark as time begins to really tick.
Well, you look at Ignofo at the plate now, and he's one who ignited that spark yesterday. Big game for him, sent one out of the park at McKeon Park, and he's one that brings a lot of power with him, especially at the plate. Put on Tommy Troy, the leadoff guy, who brings some speed with him as well. Looking good here with Ignofo at the plate.
First pitch. There for a called strike, 0-1. It's another multi-hit game for Tommy Troy. His 8th two-hit affair, his 12th multi-hit game of the summer. For the shortstop out of Stanford. Nothing in 1-2 Ignofo. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
And that's Allard's best pitch. It's that lethal split-finger fastball. Has that little bit of two-seam run and then completely dives down in the zone, usually out of it. That's the pitch you just saw the first 2 times to Ignofo. He's going to try to go with that as much as he can.
Troy leads off first with 1 out, bottom 5. Catch trail by 6. Left over towards first. Troy back in with a head-first dive. Kets, as we said, looking for something. Some momentum, but at the same time, you don't want to start pressing either. 0-2. Swinging a foul ball just behind home plate. Count stays 0-2 to Ignofo. Ryan Ignofo out of Eastern Illinois. Fly out on a walk tonight. Has hits in his last 3, home runs in his last 2. Both games of this series, he has gone yard. Another throw over. Troy gets back in. Tommy Troy, 5 stolen bags on the regular season. Was caught trying to steal at third base back in the 3rd inning. One that many could argue was a momentum and rally killer for the Kets. 0-2. Outside for a ball, throw behind Troy at first. Blocked and knocked down by Shanuel at the bag. Troy back in, standing up. Counts 1-2. Ryan Ignaffo, 333 on the postseason so far. 1-2. Hit in the air, well out towards left field. Ross backing up at the track, at the wall. He leaps, and he made the catch. Troy was way off the first base bag, and it's bobbled by Nishida, so he can't make the relay throw. But a potential home run saving catch by Jackson Ross in left. Keeps 2 runs off the board. And as Jordy Aller did, Tim, all you can do is tip your hat to the left fielder.
That's the second time today that Ross has robbed Ignaffo of extra bases. Did it to him in the first inning as well. A tremendous catch ranging back towards the fence. And if not for the bobble by Riku Nishida, there's a strong chance Troy gets doubled up.
A couple balls this inning. Off the bat of Pearson, off the bat of Ignaffo that were hit well, but just stayed in the ballpark. Now it's Trice. And there for a called strike 0-1. Trice does have a home run tonight. He hit a no-doubter over the fence in left center field. Up here with 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the 5th, 6-run ball game. Catch trail. Troy leads off first. The pitch. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Carter Trice had 5 home runs during the regular season. 1 so far this postseason. After lifting 17 this past year at Old Dominion. 1-1. Line drive left field, base hit. Couple of singles on the inning for the Cats. That puts runners on first and second for Caleb Lomavita. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Riley Cats need to find a way to scratch a couple of runs home.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do here with a runner on first and second. Opportunity to chip away at the lead that the Harbor Hawks have and see how you can inch back from this deficit. It's definitely not impossible. Something we've seen the Cats do before. Need to just rally here and capitalize on the runners that you have on the base.
So it's Caleb Lomavita to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. 8-2, Harbor Hawks have the lead. Men on first and second for the Cats. The brief mound visit between Jordy Allard and Pancho Ruiz, the catcher. Now Ruiz's fellow catcher, Lomavita, at the plate. First pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Couple of balls hit today by the Cats that were hit well, but found itself into gloves of Harbor Hawk outfielders. Here's the 1-0. That one's driven in the air out towards left. It's hit well. Dying, though, right in front of Ross, and Holt lean down and make the catch and left. That'll retire the side in the 5th. No runs for the Cats, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. Played 5 full for Lowell Park. Before we move to the top of the 6th, Jenna Myers got more from down on the sidelines.
Thanks so much, Jake. While Hyannis and Cotuit are still battling it out here in Falmouth, and Bourne will be underway shortly. Brewster and YD have booked an East Division Finals matchup against each other. Should be getting underway shortly this weekend, while these teams still battle it out to see who will take on each other in the Western Division Finals. Back to you, Jake.
Thank you very much, Jenna. We'll step aside for a brief break. Top of the 6th up next, 8-2 Hyannis on the Kettleers
Digital Network.
MK Pasek Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasek Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers digital network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Top of the 6th, 8-2 Hyannis. New arm on the mound for the Kets. It's Ty Johnson. We'll have his numbers in a moment, but he'll face the bottom third of the lineup, starting with Dom Patelli. First pitch. And there for a called strike 0-1. During the regular season, Ty Johnson made 9 appearances, 6 out of the bullpen, was 0-3 with a 4.98 ERA. 21 2/3 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 15 walks, 19 strikeouts, 0-1. Bounces away, 1-1. Opponents at 188 against Johnson, someone who definitely looked better down the stretch, had a lot of strong moments throughout the season. Of his 9 appearances, no runs in 4 of them this season. 1-1, outside for a ball, 2-1. Dom Patelli's reached base twice today. A couple of walks for the University of Miami product. 2-1. Up and away for a ball, 3-1. While I'm on the topic of Miami, I don't know if this is our last game or how much more baseball we play this summer. Obviously, you'd love to get a couple more games out of this Kets team, which will certainly take a rally. But I want to give a big shout out to CJ Kafis. Here's the 3-1. Dribbled foul, 3-2. Kafis, someone, I mean, we talked about on the broadcast, was a bit banged up this year. Missed, a couple of weeks, and someone who stayed the entire summer, gutted through it. A summer where you look around the league, so many guys left for a variety of reasons. CJ Kafis is someone who, stayed the entire time. Really gutted out some pretty tough circumstances. 3-2. Outside for a ball 4. Patelli walks for the 3rd time today. First walk issued by Johnson, but that's this whole group too. A lot of high character guys, and CJ Kafis certainly one of those individuals as Nolan Shanuel comes to the plate.
Again, you talk about a lot of guys that go in and out for a variety of reasons, but Kafis was someone who, again, even when everything's not going 100% your way or, you're not in a perfect spot, Kafis battled all season long. When he was in the lineup, all he did was mash.
Over towards first, back in safely will be Patelli. Kafis, we'll see if we see him tonight. Haven't seen him yet this series. Had a really strong year. Hit 302, a home run, 14 runs driven in. After hitting 366 this past year at Miami, 8 home runs and 51 RBI, primarily out of the leadoff spot down in Coral Gables for the Hurricanes. Another throw over towards first, back in safely Patelli. Kafis, a guy who I'm excited to see where he ends up next year, because another strong season at Miami could certainly see him taken pretty early in the MLB draft. And the same can be said about a lot of the Kets that are here this summer. Another throw over towards first. That one short hops Ignacio. He's able to dig it up, but can't get a tag down. Count stays 0-0. No outs, top of the 6th. Nolan Shanuel, the batter. Johnson, the righty, on the mound. Here's the pitch. Up and away for a ball, 1-0. Shanuel 1 for 2 today. Had another back-breaking home run in the first. It was a 3-run shot that took it from a 3-0 game to a 6-0 game in that 6-run first inning for Hyannis. Another throw over. That one closer, but not in time. Patelli back in. 11 stolen bags on the season for Dom Patelli. Infield plays the lefty to pull. Troy stands just to the left of the second base bag. 1-0. Outside for a ball, 2-0. No action in the Kets bullpen, so at least the next couple of batters are Ty Johnson's to get. We love a double play ball here, too. Another throw over. Bit outside of the bag. No tag applied. Patelli back in. No outs, top 6. 8-2 Hyannis leads. Just the runner on first base for the 8-man, Nolan Shanuel. Pitch. There for a called strike. 2-1. Tim, you hope that's a get-right pitch from Johnson.
And a better spot on the outside corner that time. Had been up arm side quite a bit. Able to bring that one back down closer to the zone.
Johnson, the righty, set at the letters. Here's the pitch. Dribbled foul to the right side. Count stays 2-2. For the Cats, when they come back in the bottom of the 6th, they'll have 12 outs to work with. They'll have 5, 6, 7 due up. Eddie Park leads off in the frame. First, the responsibility is for Ty Johnson to keep this a 6-run ball game. Johnson gets the sign he likes, brings himself together at the chest. Another throw over towards first, not in time. Patelli dives in head first, counts 2-2. Don Patelli entered today, watched 136 on the season against Cotuit. Had the big home run. 2-2, lifted in the air towards right center. Drops in front of Pearson, base hit, stopping at second base, then going is Patelli after the bobble by Pearson and right. So now it's runners on the corners with no outs in the top of the 6th. Mike Sirota, the batter. Hyannis looking to add to its 8-2 lead.
A better piece of hitting that time from Sean Noel has been red hot throughout the course of this series. Drops another one into the outfield, and although the hesitation, Patelli with a read heads to third.
And Patelli was dead set on stopping at second base, but that ever so slight bobble from Pearson in right was enough the Miami product needed. So now it's Mike Sirota with a chance to really bust this game open in the 6th. Johnson, the righty, comes set. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Corners play up for the Kets. Galaney up towards the cutout. First baseman Ignacio holds the runner on. Middle infield plays the turn 2. Harlan shaded towards the left side of the second base bag. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike, 0-2. Ty Johnson looking for a big first strikeout of this evening, trying to see his way out of the top of the 6th. 8-2 the score. Here's the pitch. Going away for a ball, 1-2. Outfield plays Sirota straight away. Infield, as we mentioned, shaded him to pull. Troy deep in the hole, it's short. Expecting a ball hit to the left side for the Northeastern product. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big first strikeout from Ty Johnson. Usually you'd say you can breathe a little easier if the double play in order, but it's Riku Nishida to the plate as the lineup card flips over for the 4th time tonight.
And a big pitch that time, because you're still in a tough spot here, but if you can get Nishida to roll into something again, you're going to need a harder ground ball because he runs well down to first, but big first out because you got Sirota to chase one that was off the plate.
So it looks like, as Tim said, with a fast runner and Nishida at the plate, Cats will bring the infield up, so they'll look to cut the runner off at home. 1 out, top 6, 8-2 Harbor Hawks lead. Men on the corners. Johnston set deals. Nishida squares the bunt, gets it down, third base side. Galaney charges, only plays the first, bit high throw. It's in time, no one covering third, so Nolan Shanuel takes the extra base. Don Patelli scores. And it's 9-2 Hyannis. So Cats give up a run, and nobody covers third. Play that did not go anywhere close, Tim, to what you wanted from Cotuit.
No, and again, for Hyannis, other than the shooter getting thrown out at first, which, again, you're expecting with the bunt down, everything happened that you wanted to for this Harbor Hawks team. And, again, just like they did in Game 1, they're making the plays, picking up on a few mental mistakes from the Kettleers.
So here's Mitch Jebb. 2 outs, top 6. Hawks lead by 7. Runner on third is Nolan Shanuel. A couple of heads-up base running plays by the Harbor Hawks in the inning, looking to make it pay dividends. First pitch, strike 1. 0-1 to Mitch Jebb. Jebb 2 for 3 on the day so far. He has been red hot against the Kets so far this season. 424. Mitch Jebb is against Cotuit. Jebb, who spent the first 2 days of the regular season with the Cats. Here's the 0-1. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Johnson asked for an appeal. They won't get one. Count stays 1-1. Jebb, who was released by the Cats on June the 15th, signed with the Hyannis Harborhawks, didn't move very far. And he has had a terrific summer. He'll be heading back to Michigan State, an even better player than he already was. 356 in the regular season, which matched his total with the Spartans in his sophomore season. 1-1. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. 9 runs, 7 hits for the Harborhawks today. They've just left 1 on base. Gets 2 runs on 5 hits, 5 stranded for Cotuit. It was a game the Harborhawks took a hold of early with a 6-run first inning. Johnson steps off, asks for time. Mitch Jebb also a 10-game hitting streak. Entered today hitting .459 over his last 9 games. Matt Shaw won MVP, but I think it's safe to assume that Mitch Jebb was definitely the runner-up. 2-1. Sails high and away for a ball, 3-1. Also sure Tommy Troy was in the talks for the most valuable player. Riku Nishida, another player that was probably in talks as well. Somebody that Mike Roberts called, quote, one of the best players in the league when talking to our Jenna Meyer postgame prior to this series. 3-1. And type ball, 4 Jebb walks, which might not be the worst thing in the world considering how he's destroyed the Kettleers on the season.
That's the top part, but obviously McConnell's still another dangerous bat that comes to the plate now with multiple runners on.
So the Louisiana Tech product, Cole McConnell, steps in. 2 away, top 6. 9-2 the score. Hyannis has the lead. Men on the corners. McConnell, the 6th man to step to the plate this inning. 3 base runners so far. 2 reach via the walk. 1 is reached via a hit. Here's the pitch. Below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Cole McConnell 1 for 2 today. Got the party started in the first for Hyannis of a sacrifice fly that scored Riku Nishida. Then he continued the party with a solo blast in the second. Long set from Johnson at the letters. Throw over towards first, not in time. Jebb stole 26 bags on the season. You know, the summers that Mitch Jebb and Matt Shaw had certainly putting the Big Ten Conference on notice for next spring. Another throw over. Jebb back in, standing up, count 1-0. 2 outs. Top 6, 9-2 the score. Catch trail in this all-decisive Game 3. Up high at the letters for a ball, 2-0. Infield plays the lefty McConnell to pull. Shortstop Tommy Troy shaded. Step to the left of the second base bag. Outfield straight away. Wind blows slightly out towards left center. There for a called strike 2-1. Lamavita thought about throwing behind Chanuel at third, but he's able to get back into the bag. McConnell hits in his last 5. Another guy who's been red hot against the Kets this summer. 2-1. Down low for a ball, 3-1. .371 on the season. Cole McConnell is against this Cotuit team. You just look at 1, 2, 3, especially in this Harborhawks lineup. They have killed the Cats every chance they've had this summer. That one gets away on a pickoff. Nolan Chanuel scores. Mitch Jebb gets the second. It's a 10-2 ball game. When it rains, it pours. And the Harborhawks pile on another run on an errant pickoff throw from Ty Johnson. Went over the head of Ryan Ignafo. And it allowed Nolan Chanuel to score and allowed Mitch Jebb to get to second base. And it's a 8-run ball game in the frame. Just the first error of the day for Cotuit as well. Had 4 in game 1, had 1 last night. Counts 3-1. Pitch. Up high ball forward to letters. Third walk of the inning issued from Ty Johnson. Still no action in the Cats bullpen, so it looks like it's going to be Ty Johnson's inning to get. Jackson Ross up to the plate, 7th batter. Ty Johnson is facing the inning. Just 1 hit allowed. It's been 3 walks and an error that has done a lot of the damage. A couple of heads-up base running plays by Hyannis as well. 10-2 the score, top 6. Runners on first and second for the Harbor Hawks, 2 away. For Jackson Ross, the righty. First pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Good save from Caleb Lomavita. Jackson Ross 0 for 3 on the day. 300 on the season against the Cats. It all came in this postseason series. Ross out of Florida Atlantic was a late addition to the squad. Made his debut back on August the 1st. The pitch. That one driven in the air towards left center field. Park and Bradfield converge. It's down and rolls towards the wall. 2 hops off the fence. 1 run scores. Rounding third will be McConnell. Throw goes the cutoff man. It's a 2-run double for Jackson Ross. The floodgates have officially opened here from Lowell Park. It's a 12-2 ball game after McConnell and Jeb score. Everything that could have gone wrong in this inning for the Cats has gone wrong. The second crooked number tonight put up by the Harbor Hawks makes it a 10-run ball game. Drew Earhart, the batter. Here's the pitch. And there for a called strike, 0-1. For Jackson Ross, during the course of the regular season, no doubles, but in the NECBL, he had 14 of them. 22 extra base hits. 0-1. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Earhart checked his swing. They appeal to first, and the first base umpire, Rick Emerson, says no swing. Earhart 1 for 3. He had a 2-run shot in the first, as we talked about. 1-1. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Drew Earhart. 2 outs, top of the 6th, 12-2 the score. Harbor Hawks have the lead. Cats bats need 10 runs and only 12 outs to work with the bottom of the 6th after this. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3 for breaking pitch. Second strikeout of the inning for Ty Johnson. That'll finally put this tumultuous inning to a end in the top of the 6th. 4 runs in the inning for the Harbor Hawks on just 2 hits. There was an error and a man left on base. Bottom of the 6th coming up next. Cats bats, lots of work to do. 12-2 the score on the Kettleers at Digital Network.
On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508.
Bottom of the 6th, 12-2 the score. Harbor Hawks have the lead after 4 runs in the top half of the frame. Eddie Park leads off, working against Jordy Allard. First pitch, outside corner for a called strike 0-1. Gets bats, only 12 outs to work with, and lots of work to do. We have seen crazier things before. 0-1. Outside corner for a called strike 0-2. But it'll take, as they say here in Cotuit, it'll take a village to find a way to propel the Cats to a win into the next round of the postseason. 0-2. Line drive towards shortstop. Patelli has it. Makes the catch. First out of the inning. Eddie Park 0 for 3 on the night. Ryan Galaney, the batter, 1 out. Bottom 6. 12-2. Hyannis leads. It's been a crazy, it's been a wacky postseason in the CCBL so far. A couple of sweeps out east, but still a couple of wild games. Brewster, the defending champs in YD, gets set to get underway tomorrow night in the East Finals. First pitch to Galaney, outside for a ball, 1-0. Results hold here. Hyannis will move on. They'll take on the winner of tonight's Falmouth-Bourne game, which is just getting underway right now out at Dorrant Park. 1-0. Nothing east for a called strike, 1-1. Ryan Galaney, 0 for 1 today, walking a strikeout. Hit an opposite field home run a night ago. Here's the pitch. Driven up the middle, base hit on the ground. 1 out single for Ryan Galaney. Enrique Bradfield, the batter. So gets to look to chip into this lead.
Not too often we get to see Ryan Galaney go to the left side of second base bag, but that time stays middle with the pitch and sends it right back up for Enrique Bradfield.
I was talking to Galaney after the game last night, and he had a phenomenal performance last night. 3 for 4, double home run, couple of runs scored. Stole a base as well, but said him and Tommy Troy pregame yesterday were working on, a bit of a drill. That one's driven towards the left center field gap. That's down. That'll roll towards the wall. Cut off by the center fielder McConnell. Bradfield's thinking 2 regardless. No one's covering the second base bag, fortunately. Enrique Bradfield Jr. is in with the double. See if the Cats can knock a couple of runs home for Trotter Harlan, but Troy and Galaney are working on a drill on the control of their top hand, trying to keep their barrel stronger through the zone. Because in game 1 of this series for Galaney, he was 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts, made a couple of changes with Tommy Troy pregame yesterday and was 3 for 4 and has another hit tonight. Here's Trotter Harlan looking to drive in a couple. Here's the pitch. Driven on the ground left side, foul towards the third base coach's box. Skirts away from Mike Roberts over there. 0-1. Trotter Harlan is 0 for 2 on the night so far. 0-1. Outside for a ball. Frisbee's away, 1-1. It's another humid and hot day from Lowell Park. The summer that has seen these last couple of weeks be temperatures in the 90s. We've seen some heat indexes touching 100 after a pretty cool first couple of weeks of the season. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Jordy Allard has only allowed 1 earned run on the season so far. Number 2 and number 3 stand on base. We'll see if the Cats can get them home. Here's the 1-2. Line drive towards the shoot at second. Tips off his glove into right field. See what they roll it. 1-run scores. Bradfield green light around third. He'll score easily. 2-run single for Trotter Harlan. Cats get a couple back in the 6th. It's a 12-4 ball game. Hyannis still leads.
What happens when you just still try to make contact and see how you can make the defense work. That time just off the tip of the glove of Nishida. 2 more runs come across the score for Cotuit, and you got to love the fight that they're still showing. This is a group that could lay down and play dead, being down 10 runs at this point. But they're not ready to do that. Offense is still trying to work along. Pearson had a tremendous swing his last time up. See how the rest of this inning can unfold. Again, top of the lineup's just 1 spot away.
1 out, bottom 6, 12-4 ball game. Trotter Harlan leads off at first. They did roll it a hit. There for a called strike, 0-1. I think it's safe to say, Tim, strike zone has certainly expanded from what we saw in the first inning.
Safe to say so, and at least it's been on both sides for the most part.
Ryan Bruno up and throwing in the Cats bullpen and left, so we'll see if he gets the 7th. Throw over to first. Harlan back in, standing up. Harlan did steal 2 bags during the regular season, so there is a threat to run. Out there is the College of Charleston product. Swiped 17 bags, 19 attempts this past year. That one hit foul over the fencing behind home plate towards the parking lot. Nothing in 2. Josh Pierce, another guy who has made the most of every opportunity he's had this summer. Had the chance to start all 3 playoff games. Has hit a couple of balls well today. Does have hits in first 2 games of this series as well. Here's the 0-2. Up high for a ball, 1-2. You can hear the wind on the crowd mic. Not too much of a breeze, a little bit out towards left center field as the flag blows ever so slightly. 1-2. Hit in the air, foul. Earhart gives it a look, but it'll shoot over the bleachers on the third base side. Count stays 1-2. And to this team's credit, what you said, Tim, definitely a lot of fight tonight. Have to give them credit. You know, game 1 of this series, you could say they look pretty lifeless. But the last 2 nights, even with the score being 12-4 tonight, they certainly brought a lot more intensity. 1-2. Just outside for a ball. 2-2. Easily could have laid down tonight. Easily could have laid down before last night. But arguably brought down their best effort of the season at McKean Park. Now they're looking for a huge comeback tonight. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets through the legs of the catcher. Pearson can't advance because first was occupied. Harlan does move to second on the wild pitch. Pearson down on strikes. First strikeout for Allard. 2 outs in the frame for Tommy Troy.
There's that split finger fastball again that completely fell off the table to get the swing and miss from Pearson. Right side for Cotuit, man in scoring position. So now just another hit from Tommy Troy. They get back with it and touchdown and extra. Just need the extra point instead of the 2-point conversion.
Catch trail by 8. Top of the lineup, up for Cotuit. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, man on second. Tommy Troy has had a knack for the dramatics and the big hits this year. That one's dribbled out in front of the plate. Allard has it. Underhand flip the first in time. That'll retire the side in the 6th. Kets do get 2 runs. Just the second and third earned run given up this year by Jordy Allard. They had 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left on base. 2/3 the way home. 7th inning up next. 12-4 Hyannis leads on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Kets, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers.
Top of the 7th, 12-4. Hyannis with the lead. New arm in for the Cats. It's the 5th pitcher we have seen today. This time it's Ryan Bruno making 5th appearance of the summer in the regular season. 4 appearances, a couple of saves. Third innings pitch. No runs, no earned. 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts. 0 ERA, a 1 whip. Opponents hitting .250 against him. Tim, one of the more electric arms out of the Cats bullpen that we didn't get to see a lot of, but in the sample size we've had so far, Stanford Rising Jr. has been certainly fun to watch.
We locked up a couple of saves late in the season that allowed Cotuit to climb back into that spot at the 2 seed. And again, you got some electric velocity on that fastball, can get up to 96, 97. And for Mike Roberts, you're going to let your best reliever go the rest of the way, it seems like for now, to keep this game close and see if the offense can still put a little bit up to make it respectable.
And we figured we were going to see Bruno today, who was well rested, hasn't pitched in 4 days, along with Schulke, who we saw for 2 1/3 earlier. So he'll get at least a 7th. We'll see how much he gets. First batter he gets is George Corona. There was time called by the umpire. Not entirely sure why.
So they called the ball because the ruling now is you can't go directly from your mouth to the ball when you're going to the mouth for grip. Because of that, he issued a ball on the pitch.
So 1-0 the count before a pitch is even thrown. George Corona's the batter. Nothing away, top 7. Hyannis leads by 8. New catcher also in. It's Calvin Harris for the Cats. 1-0. Tight for a ball, 1-0. 2-0, excuse me, because the first one was a ball. Took until game 47 to see a situation like that. 2-0 into the hands, hit foul right side, out of play. Counts 2-1. Corona making his first at-bat of the night. He came in for Pancho Ruiz behind home plate. No hits and 2 at-bats so far in this series. They called another one. And Ryan Bruno is beside himself. He said he's licking his fingers, he's wiping his pants, and then going to the baseball. Twice in this at-bat, the home plate umpire, John Caraco, has called Ryan Bruno for balls for licking his finger, then going to the baseball. But Bruno's saying, look, I'm touching my pants between it. I don't know if you're seeing anything else, Tim.
And he just did it again. He was just walking back to the mound. But again, that is a rule, though, that you can't go mouth to ball. You do have to wipe off first. However, Bruno's done it both times.
Yeah, I just looked at the replay. Mouth to pants. That's a call you can't be making if you're an umpire. You need to be paying better attention than that. So Bruno certainly had a case, at least in that situation on the last one. So 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 4. A very unconventional leadoff walk for George Corona. And now Roberts and the home plate umpire, John Caraco, going at it. Caraco saying, don't blame me, but Roberts has a point, at least on that first one. He went lick and then went to the pants. Trying to replay back to the first one of the at-bat. Get you a look on that one in a second as Don Patelli settles in. Left in the air, out towards left center, shallow, drops in front of Bradfield, a base hit. Station to station goes Pancho Ruiz. Patelli's on it for single. Brings Nolan Chanuel to the plate. Same thing, first one. Lick, went to the pants. So neither of the 2 times, Tim and Riley, did he lick and then touch the ball.
And these are small things that are going to end up costing a ball game that isn't over yet. Obviously still down 8 runs, but these are small things that are putting runners on base and putting Hyannis back in an advantage with no outs on the board.
First one upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Batter is Nolan Chanuel.
The only thing you can possibly get away with is maybe doing it while you're on the rubber. But again, there was an explanation there between him and Bruno, so assume that that's still what it is you have to go to the pants first, which he has.
1-0. There for a called strike, 1-1. So it's been a very unconventional start to the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Nobody away here in the top of the frame. 12-4 the score. Harbor Hawks lead. Nolan Chanuel the batter. 1-1. In tight. Counts 2-1. He's been doing it every time. Lick, pants. The first 2 were apparently called balls. And obviously with the crackdown at the big league level, the sticky stuff, you know, rosin and sunscreen, pine tar, there's certainly been more of a concerted effort. Here's the 2-1. Tight for a ball, 3-1. There's definitely been more of a concerted effort across baseball to limit the use of substances, even if it's natural on pitchers trying to get a better grip on the baseball. 3-1 the count. Bruno comes set at the belt. Here's the second. Here's the pitch. Side corner for a called strike, 3-2. Shinuel was a couple steps out of the box thinking that's ball 4, but Rocco gives that one to the Kets, so the count's full. Really need a first out if you're Cotuit in the 7th. Bruno Pearson. Pierce again, looking to get on the same page with Calvin Harris behind the plate. 3-2. Down low, ball 4. Went to the off-speed pitch. Bases are loaded for Mike Sirota. And, I mean, Riley, you can tell that the way the inning started has certainly thrown off the mojo of Ryan Bruno.
I mean, yeah, out of the gate at a disadvantage here, and you saw the confusion on his face with those first 2 calls, not just the one. So definitely having to work from behind there, and he's the one who gets in, and he deals strikes when he's out on the mound. He's been excellent in relief, so definitely something to throw him off early in the inning, and you've seen that shift his momentum out on the mound.
Mike Sirota steps in, looking to really put this one out of reach. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Sirota is 0 for 3 today. He is the lone Harbor Hawk to not record a hit, and the lone Harbor Hawk to not reach base. 1-0. At the knees for a called strike, 1-1. I'll be honest, I have watched and played baseball for my entire life. I mean, I can remember as far back to say being 5, 6 years old watching and playing baseball. That situation right there, just the second time in my life. Here's the 1-1. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. I have seen a ball awarded in a situation where a pitch was not thrown.
I've never seen that, so you have me beat at least there. But, yeah, nonetheless, just a really odd call. And I've seen a couple of those in this game, just difficult ways for this Cotuit team to have a chance.
1-2 the count. Bruno kicks and deals home. Outside for a ball, 2-2. It was my 15-year-old year. One of my buddies was pitching. It was Babe Ruth baseball.
Was he throwing 82?
He was not throwing
82. No, it was just 80, remember?
My buddy Charlie.
No, as an 80 as well.
Oh, okay,
80,
yeah.
Comma,
Got
or
it.
80
Okay,
space
thank you
2.
for the grammar. Take the floor again, Jake. Back to you.
What's that ball, Jake?
It's going to be going 80 in a second.
Why don't you
80
get up
through
in
the fence?
I want to throw a bullpen.
Well,
Here's
Caleb
the
Lomavitas said he would catch for you.
Gets away from Harris, 3-2. But my 15-year-old year, my buddy Charlie's pitching. Hasn't pitched before, really. So first at bat of the game, he comes set, never sets and throws. So traditionally it's called a balk. But the umpire calls it as a ball because there was no one on base. Did it a couple of times. Now, Tim, I don't know if that's the case in the professional level where if you balk with no one on base, if it's called a ball or not. Here's the 3-2. Hit in the air, right side of foul territory. Harris will give it a look out of play. So, if there's no runners on base and the pitcher commits a balkable action, there usually is no penalty. But a lot of times it very much comes down to umpire judgment. So, like, the rule technically is it is a ball if you balk with nobody on base, but obviously it's still umpire judgment. So if it's egregious, you're going to get that call. Here's the 3-2. So going to miss, struck him out. First punch out of the inning. First out of the inning. Sirota down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Brings up Raku Nishida. 1 out, top 7, 12-4. The score, bases loaded. But I mean, it was pretty egregious. Maybe a couple of ticky-tacky ones in that game. But I remember after the inning, I think the head of umpires was at that game, and he spoke to the umpire, and he's like, hey, this is a Babe Ruth game. This isn't high school ball. This isn't Legion ball. This kid hasn't pitched a lot. Let's give him a break. Because, you're a 15-year-old kid who hasn't really pitched a lot. I'll tell you, these teams I was on, not very good. So that adds to the equation right there.
Don't sell yourself short. You got it, Jake.
I'll have some more on that in a second. Here's the Sheeta. First pitch home. There for a called strike, 0-1. My 12-year-old team, 0-19.
Oh.
My 14-year-old team, 0-14.
Okay. I digress.
I've had my, but here's the thing: when I was never the best growing up, so like being on a bad team, I kind of enjoyed because like I got to be, you know, the best player on
You
the
were
team
the star
with 2 R's.
with 2 R's.
Here's the 0-1. In tight for a ball, 1-1. Top of the 7th inning, 12-4 the score. 1 away for Riku Nishida. Bases are loaded. It is the most dangerous part of the Hyannis Harbor Hawk lineup here in the frame, as the Cats look to somehow, some way escape a jam. 1-1 from Bruno. Outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Nishida, a couple of walks today, sac fly and a ground out. We're talking pregame. Nishida's one of those guys that when you go against him can certainly frustrate you, but you know he is a guy that whatever team he is on, you love to have him on your side. And look, he is a fun player to watch. Riku Nishida is. 1-2. Lifted in the air, foul. Count stays 1-2. So, you know, I'm going to be tuning into some Oregon Duck games certainly next spring to watch Nishida play because, you know, obviously we had to see him 9 times this summer with the Harbor Hawks, so we certainly were very familiar with him and the way he played. I mean, look, he was hit .333 against the Cats this year. You know, certainly frustrating at times to play against, but he's somebody that certainly a fun baseball player to watch with a bright future. 1-2. Flared in the air towards center. In comes Bradfield. It will drop for a base hit. Ruiz scores. Corona scores. That's all they'll get. It's an RBI single for Pancho Ruiz. Bases remain loaded. 13-4 the score. Top of the 7th for Mitch Jebb.
Think about it, who else around the Cape as well? Jacob Walsh, who we've seen plenty of Falmouth as well. Diodati making the jump over from Alabama as well. So I think there's going to be 2 words that you'll hear from a lot of Cape League fans come the spring season. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
No, Sko Ducks.
Sko Ducks. I know it's a long way away, but I'm already excited for February because like all the movement we've had in college baseball.
Are you that
this
excited
past
for
year.
my birthday? Or actually, me and Riley.
It's both of our
And
birthdays.
senior media intern / photographer Alyssa Rubin.
Yes.
It is a fantastic month.
Here's Mitch Jebb. First pitch. Swinging a miss 0-1.
Way better than September.
I
Oh,
always joke that. So Alyssa Rubin's birthday, our senior media intern, our wonderful photographers, on February 4th, the same day that the Philadelphia Eagles won their first and only Super Bowl. As Tim starts to make fun of me because I'm sure he's tired of hearing that. But I always say the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, the most important thing that ever happened on February 4th. 0-1. Now look for a ball. Jebb checked his swing. They appeal towards third, and the third base umpire in Rick Antonio would say no swing. 1-1. Jebb's another one of those guys that frustrating to play against. I mean, I had to see him against Penn State this year. Saw him a ton against Cotuit. But he's one of those guys who he's going to be a special player. I mean, him and Shaw, they're going to be the 2 guys you're talking about for Big Ten Player of the Year next year. 1-1. Left in the air, foul, left side out of play. Counts 1-2. 1-2 the count, 1 out. In the top of the 7th inning, catch trail 13-4. They'll have 9 outs to work with as they try to somehow, some way keep this season going. As Tim has said, we have seen crazier things before from this Cotuit team, and really just across baseball. 1-2 the count to Mitch Jebb. Bruno comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Curveball, right down the middle. Called for a ball. Counts 2-2.
We think maybe if in a game that you said the zone has expanded a bit, maybe you get that call, but we continue on.
You talk about a postage stamp strike zone. That was I don't even know what's smaller than a postage stamp. A penny?
Well, dimes are smaller than pennies, right?
That is true.
A dime, yeah.
FDR on the 10-cent piece. 2-2. Lifted in the air by Jebb. Giving it a chase is Galaney from third, but it will slice into the bleachers foul. And a gentleman in a red shirt unable to make the catch. Wasn't wearing a glove. Tried to go bare hand, but hits off the hands.
I mean, listening to us basically is a fireside chat anyway, so.
Yeah.
Nothing?
What are you referring to?
Well, you're talking about FDR. I started talking about fireside chat.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right.
circle
yes.
us back. Yep.
Connect the dots, Jake.
FDR, who was the 32nd President of the United States from 1933 to 1945, elected to 4 terms, but passed away shortly into the start of his 4th term. Only president to ever be elected to more than 2 terms. Then the 22nd Amendment came. Here's the 2-2. Tied for a ball, 3-2. Thanks for coming to history class.
We just
Yesterday was
celebrated.
physics, today was history.
Oh, we get one of each. And your fact from earlier on in the season just celebrated Barack Obama's birthday as well.
And Zach Cole.
Happy birthday to all.
And my parents' wedding anniversary.
And their anniversary.
Happy 26-year anniversary, Mom and Dad.
For throwing them around, I should wish my dad a happy birthday today, listening at home.
Today?
63 years young.
Tim.
Why would, don't out your dad on the air, Tim. I hope he's okay with that.
Yeah.
Foul ball, 3-2.
He could still get behind the plate. For me, probably not for anybody. Not for Ryan Bruno.
Your dad's doing well. I love your parents.
Me too.
You guys will get to meet mine in a couple of days as well. They're set to make their way up to Cape Cod on Tuesday.
Pretty nervous about that.
I know, meeting the parents.
Should I be pretty nervous?
Oh, no.
3-2 count, 1 out, top 7, 13-4 bases. Loaded, here's the pitch. Jeb hits it in the air out towards center. Bradfield towards his right, has a beat on it. He makes the catch. Tagging from third is Patelli. Throw goes to the cutoff man. Patelli scores. Makes it a 10-run ball game again, 14-4. Other runners remain at their posts. Jeb, sack fly, and picks up an RBI. Cole McConnell, the batter, 2 outs, top 7, 14-4.
Do I have to wear anything special? Do I have to wear a suit?
I mean, I did bring a suit up. I didn't touch it one time this summer.
Yeah, what happened to the suit moment? We never got that from both of you.
Have you seen the weather the last few days?
Yeah, but
when did we ever
still.
agree on a suit moment?
Well, you
Never.
brought him.
Well,
Why'd you bring it if you weren't going to wear it?
Because I always bring a suit no matter what. You never know what's going to come up.
For good measure?
Here's the first pitch. I want to wait for a ball 1-0. What if I sporadically got invited to a wedding this summer?
Oh, was that what it was for? Like, what? Yeah, what's the scenario where you would need a suit?
I don't know.
I forgot
Maybe.
to tell you guys to get married tomorrow. So.
Oh, congrats, Tim.
Who's the lucky lady?
Baseball.
Oh, married to the game.
Married to the game.
How
Here's
can
the
you not be romantic about baseball?
Counts 2-0 up at the letters.
I don't know, maybe end of season broadcast dinner we pull out the suits. We'll see.
Can we please?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
After, I just broke my pencil.
Oh, no.
Here's the 2-0. Ground ball towards the middle. It's an up shot. Harlan has it. Connell not running too hard. Throw to first in time. That retires the side in the 7th. 2 runs in the inning for the Harbor Hawks. They did have 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. Bottom of the 7th up next. 14-4 the score. Ket's bats work to do. We'll stretch from Lowell Park on the Kettleers Digital Network.
539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-53.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Ignafo, the batter for the Cats, 14-4 the score. 2-3-4 do it for Cotuit. Jordy Allard back on the mound. Frame number 3 of work. First pitch. Dribbled off the foot of Ignafo. 0-1. Jake Starr, Tim Crowley, Riley Pay. 4th member of our team. Jenna Meyer as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. And all season long. Obviously, we can hope that there will be a season after today. But I'll certainly take the most miraculous of comebacks. 0-1. Swinging a dribbler towards the Cats dugout. Foul, left side 0-2. But to quote our wonderful production intern Jimmy Middleton, who quoted Al Michaels a couple of innings ago. Do you believe in miracles? And at this point, you have to. Jimmy Middleton, Ryan Chambliss both have done excellent jobs all summer long. Everything you see on your stream, here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. Nafo down on strikes. Second strikeout for Aller, first out of the inning for Trice. But everything you see on our home game streams, from switching cameras, the moving cameras, audio, tossing at the Jenna, like everything that happens is because of those two. They make us look good. We have the easy job. We get to sound pretty, or at least try to sound pretty. I don't know if our listeners agree with that all the time, but we have the easy job.
I think you sound amazing.
What'd you say? Trice fouls it.
I think you sound amazing.
Me? Thank you. I think you both sound amazing
Only on
too.
Tuesdays.
No, you.
Only on Tuesdays or other than Tuesdays?
Only on Tuesdays.
Well, today's Saturday, unfortunately.
Yeah, tough break.
But yeah, everything you see on the stream is those two guys. Jimmy Middleton, Westchester University, Ryan Chambliss, as much as I hate to say it, the Ohio State University. Down low for a ball, 1-1. I know Jimmy will be a rising senior. Ryan's going to be a junior, right? Ryan, a rising junior out in Columbus. Jimmy, I mean, I'm biased towards the town of Westchester and that college. My brother goes there. I'm from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Great schools for both. Here's the 0-1. Trice drills it left field line. It's down, rolls towards the wall. Trice will make a turnaround first, stumbles a bit around the bag. He goes towards second. Here's a throw to the bag. Gets away from the Sheeta. So Trice is in with a double. And he's just a triple shy of the cycle tonight. A home run, a single, and a double for the future NC State product. That brings Calvin Harris to the plate.
Nothing else this series. What a week it's been for Carter Trice. 7 hits in the postseason so far. He's been ripping the cover off the baseball. And for Wolfpack fans watching down at NC State, there's a lot to be excited about for an incoming product.
Trice had 6 doubles on the regular season, up to 8 if you include the postseason. It's been a heck of a year for Carter Trice. 11 extra base hits during the regular season, up to 14 through the postseason. First pitch to Harris, down low for a ball, 1-0. And Trice is someone who, he started slow. I mean, he was hitting close to or under 200 for a while, and he got hot late. Finished regular season 237, but that doesn't tell the full story on the summer Trice had. And tight to Harris 2-0. Now here's a guy in Harris who, he's had a heck of a last couple of months.
A lot of excitement, yeah.
Wins a College World Series back in June. Hits a home run in that College World Series, 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. I'm sure he's probably still a little bit on cloud 9 from the euphoria of winning the College World Series. We'll see how many more at-bats he has in a Kets uniform, but he's been another fun guy to have around. Hit just under 270 in the regular season. 2-1. That one's hit in the air, driven well, but foul right side, 2-2. Overall, Harris was 269, a home run, 2 RBI. The home run he had was a big one. That came a week ago Sunday against Wareham. It was a go-ahead shot in the bottom of the 7th that gave the Kets a 4-3 win that helped keep them in the division race, which they were in until the final day of the season. 2-2 the count, 1 away, bottom 7 the pitch. Down low for a ball, 3-2. This one of 2 games going on across the Cape tonight. Top of the 2nd, out in Bourne at Doran Park. 1-1 between Falmouth and Bourne. 3-2. Harris drives that into right field. It's a base hit over the head of a leaping Shanuel. Trice goes station to station. Now he puts the afterburners on. Pull head home as the throw goes to the cutoff man. It's the 2nd run scored today for Carter Trice. It's an RBI single for Calvin Harris. Makes it a 14-5 ball game. Riley, at the very least, regardless of the score, this Kets team certainly showing fight.
These are 2 players, especially that were just on base, that do have a lot of fight and a lot of fight for the game. You look at Carter Trice, talked to him just a couple days ago in an interview that went up about his love of the game. It's something he's grown up loving and something that he's always focused on. You see that with him at the plate.
A 1.
And you've seen him in the last couple days in this postseason as well, just swinging a fantastic bat and able to capitalize on that here. And then Calvin Harris, another one with some great success before he made it out to Cotuit.
1-1 bounces.
And both players that excel in these high leverage and high pressure situations, giving this Cotuit team something to fight for and hopefully igniting some offensive momentum here.
1-1 the Park, 1 out. Bottom 7, 14-5 the score. Both teams 10 hits today. Cats have left 7 on base. 6, that is, excuse me. Harris leads off first. Here's the pitch. That one's lifted in the air towards right center field. That's down for a base hit. Harris stops at second. So 3 straight hits for the Cats brings Ryan Galaney up to the plate. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. We talk about growth, and I mean, look, everyone comes here looking to grow. There's a lot of players on the field who I think have grown a lot this summer. I mean, we talk about, Tim and I think, can kind of look at the end of this summer and be happy with our growth in the booth as well. But someone who's really grown a lot, I know Tim will agree with me wholeheartedly here, is the woman sitting to my left, Tim's right. I mean, what, never done play-by-play before?
Compliment? You smacked me in the ear?
I was
You smacked him in the
I
ear.
was going to give you all
I'm going to
No,
finish it.
Don't finish that compliment now.
I'm going to. But I mean, look, Riley's
that?
never done
Goodness
play-by-play before.
gracious.
Right? Never done play-by-play before this summer?
just briefly in the spring, but an opportunity that was presented preseason by our fantastic intern coordinators, and believed in me enough to come out here to Cotuit and take on this role, and have been so fortunate to learn by, honestly, two of the best people I've ever met, just in the booth and outside. Can't say enough good things about both of you. You've taught me so much, and I've talked about this a lot. Definitely people that I'll stay in touch with for years to come. So grateful for you guys and just everything that you've done to help me learn and take on this role. We'll definitely miss y'all back in Vegas, but just so grateful. So thank you both.
Hopefully the Cats can give all of us and Riley another chance to get on the air. That's dribbled back towards the middle. Nishida has it. Flips to second for 1. Throw to first is in time. And it's a 4-6-3 twin killing double play to end the 7th. So 1 run in the inning for the Cats on 3 hits. No errors and a man left on base. 14-5 the score. Top of the 8th up next. Tim Crowley's got the rest of the way here on the Kettleers Digital Network.
Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Tune in to On Deck with the Cats, the official show of the Cotuit Kettleers, taking you through all things around Lowell Park and all throughout the village. Head to the Cotuit Kettleers YouTube channel for all episodes from the first 2 seasons. Find content such as this all throughout the Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
Something new is always on deck at Service Credit Union. From mortgages and auto loans to savings and financial wellness, they are here to support your financial journey. Visit the Falmouth branch at 199 Worcester Court or call 800-936-7730 or visit servicecu.org.
I'm Eddie Park, an outfielder from Stanford University, and you're listening to the Cotuit Kettleers Digital.
Top the 8th inning here in Game 3. Hyannis with a 14-5 lead over the Kettleers. And it's the right-hander Chase Hopewell for the 2nd time this season. Pitched an inning at the earlier part of this week. Enters Cotuit from the Great Lakes League. Had a terrific summer there across 29 1/3 innings. A .31 ERA with 48 punch-outs to just 13 walks. He's a guy that, Riley, Jake, that this baseball operations department has been really impressed with his stuff. Even after a season in Cincinnati, didn't get a ton of innings that he wanted, but had a terrific summer, and now gets to finish it off here in Cotuit here in the top of the 8th inning. And for Hyannis, will be 4, 5, 6 in the order, due up Ross, Earhart, and Corona.
I mean, you talk about his small sample size, only 1 appearance so far, just an inning that he pitched a couple days ago against this Hyannis team on the 4th, but he was excellent in that appearance with a strikeout against the batters that he faced. He brings a lot of confidence to the mound. That is definitely something that you see as he takes to the mound here in a high leverage spot, but he's been excellent in a Cotuit uniform so far, and looking forward to what he can do in this situation.
So Hopewell gets the ball here in the 8th inning. Cotuit trailing by 9 in a decisive Game 3. Results hold. Hyannis faces the winner of Bourne and Falmouth in the West Finals that would begin tomorrow. Get your scoreboard update in just a little bit as that one got underway from Doran Park a little past the 6 o'clock hour. Hopewell finishes up his final warm-up pitches here at Lowell Park, and Again, I want to thank everyone that's been tuning in all season long here on the Kettleers Digital Network. Been a fun season with a lot of talent that's come in and out of Lowell Park. More fun baseball throughout the course of the season. We'll send you over to Dorham Park again, tied at 1. Still just the bottom of the second inning between the 4-seeded Falmouth Commodores and the top-seeded Bourne Braves. Bourne winning the President's Trophy for the second consecutive season. And credit to that coaching staff with Eric Landers, totally new regime at the helm in that third base dugout at Dorham Park. Brought themselves all the way back to exactly where they were in the regular season a year ago in terms of seeding in the Western Division playoffs, and with a win tonight would head back to the division finals for the second consecutive year in search of a trip back to the Cape Cod Baseball League Championship Series. Their competition from a year ago, well, they're still live in the East as well. Brewster right back. They'll take on YD. Great matchup with a couple of historic coaches, Jimmy Shevchik, as well as Scott Pickler. Here's the first pitch. Outside corner, strike 1 to Jackson Ross. Infield shaded to pull against the left-handed or the right-handed bat. Shadows taking over the left side of the outfield as well as the infield at Lowell Park. 0-1, breaking ball snaps on the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-hander stands in, narrow stance in the windup from the first base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt with a deep breath. Kicks and fires the 0-2. Runs the fastball at 92, too far down and away. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hyannis has scored in 5 of the first 7 innings of play today and completely took the momentum with 6 runs in the first inning when all 9 Harbor Hawks came to bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Breaking ball. Stays away, count goes to 2-2. What could be the final time at Lowell Park? Jake, why don't you fire up some Wardle for me?
Are
Will
we going to
do.
Wardle?
Yeah,
One
let's
more
Wardle.
time?
Couldn't even like settle back down for my final, well, hopefully not final mid-game bathroom trip, and you're already putting me on the spot.
2-2 pitch, breaking ball too far away. Good action late.
Give me 2 minutes. Gotta update my book real quick.
Everything with him is just so delayed. Gotta give me a minute. I'm doing something. Trying to show him a meme while we're getting ready for the game. Everybody's, we got plenty of time.
Then there's
I'm in
you.
the middle of something.
And there's you who, when you get locked into Twitter, I don't even get a response from you.
Yeah? You don't even talk to me.
Tim,
You just tune me out.
thoughts, Tim?
3-2 pitch. Speed call for strike 3 across the middle of the plate. It's a strikeout of Jackson Ross and the first strikeout of the night for Chase Hopewell. There's 1 down in the 8th inning. Nobody on. Drew Earhart on his way to the dish from the right side in a 14-5 game.
Chase Hopewell's got good stuff. You know, it's a shame we didn't get to see him more this summer. But a really good summer with Hamilton of the Great Lakes League. And, well, he looked good when he pitched against Hyannis back in Game 1, too.
Another right-on-right matchup with the Tampa product in from the right batter's box. Hopewell deals. Fastball. In and out of the glove of Harris away, 1-0. Pitch. Breaking ball too high that time. 2 balls, no strikes.
So Wardle?
Let's Wardle.
Let's Wardle.
For good measure.
Who's our first guess?
Well, if we play Weddle after this, are you going to rush us again like you did last time and beat us there and
Well, I get
completely
impatient
ruin it from
sometimes.
us? We know.
I'd say Manny Machado. Ready?
2-0 pitch. Chopped through the right side. Adam shifted to pull. Earhart goes the other way. It's a 1-out single for the Tampa product. Puts the man on first with 1 out in the inning. Brings George Corona to the plate.
Manny Machado?
Yep.
NL West, bats right, throws right, born in the USA.
And he's within 2 years of
So
30.
It's not a Padres, we're thinking either Dodger, Diamondback.
So Mookie Betts.
Give Mookie Betts a chance. How old's Mookie?
Probably 29-ish.
No.
Nope.
So it's got to be on the older side of 30,
Yeah.
right?
Was he 29?
Yeah, he was 29, and there was no yellow, so I think he's on the older side of 30. And he's not a Dodger either.
Man on first, 1 out. First pitch to Corona, breaking ball, misses away.
Give us a guess, Jake.
Charlie Blackmon's a lefty, right?
Yep. Charlie Blackman's also a Cotuit alum.
That
Woohoo.
would make sense if we went
Hey,
with that.
Cotuit.
Corona digs in. White arm sleeve on the throwing right arm. The pitch. Ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Ball question
not?
mark?
Let's think Giants here. Brandon Crawford?
No, he's like
I
35.
think he's older than that. Yeah.
He's
He
been around.
also bats left.
That's true. I thought Darren Ruff, but he got traded recently.
Corona swings over the top of that one. Check swing, he followed through. 2 balls and a strike.
Not Jock Peterson.
Not a Padre either, right? So
No
you got-
Padre, no Dodger. So SoCal, we have eliminated.
Who's left in Arizona?
I don't
So
know.
not to tell Marte, he's either bats left or bats switch.
We'll have to ask our former broadcasters who work in the D-backs organization.
Let's get the Sodcasters on the phone. Breaking ball called low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll talk a little bit about the Carrot Twins in the 9th inning. I have a couple stories we'll tell.
Story time.
No story time in the 9th inning. Maybe in the 8th inning. Now it's Wardle time.
Why
though.
not?
I'm trying to think here.
We might watch our viewer count dip with this, but please stay tuned. We got some exciting content coming up. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 3. Second time that Hopewell's caught a right-handed bat looking this inning. Sandwiches that on either side of the one-out hit from Earhart. Now brings Dominic Patelli to the plate for the 5th time today. He's been on every time. A trio of walks and a single. He's also scored 3 runs.
Trying to think.
Who's in Colorado?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Brendan Rodgers.
Let's call
is still
Lauren
way too
Kirkley.
young. We get the whole 2021 crew on the phone.
Well, literally, we got the Carries working in the D-backs organization. We got Lauren working out in Colorado.
Chris
I
Bryant?
think that's a fair guess. Bats
Try
right,
it.
throws right. Is he older than 30, though?
He's probably right around. Well, remember, he came up young, so see what we got.
So it is on Colorado. Not a left fielder, not a right fielder. So
Oh, he could be a pitcher, too.
that's true. Who pitches for the Rockies?
Is it,
Ryan Ritter.
no.
Not yet.
Should we start guessing cats? 1-0. Check over on the runner. Earhart back ahead of the throw.
Outside of Blackman, which former Cats are on?
Okay, I meant like 2022 picks. Obviously, would be any of the answers. But
Yeah, I'm sure that Victor Scott's going to be the answer on Wardle today.
Victor Scott's had a fun start in A-ball.
Talk about funniest person. I think Victor Scott might be the answer.
Hopewell, a deep breath from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 home. Through the legs of Harris, Earhart moves up to second. Wild pitch that time through the legs of Harris. Allows the runner to move in to scoring position with 2 down in the inning.
Who plays? I don't know. Who plays
Who
for the
plays
Rockies?
for Colorado? C.J.
is-
Crawford?
Crone's still...
Is Crone bat right thrower?
Crone didn't get deals, right? Yeah, I mean, he definitely bats right, throws right.
Do I have to put the little period? Yeah, I do. It was C.J. Crone, right?
Wow,
Chambliss,
Ryan.
Chambliss. What do you think the Dodgers fan should hope he knows his division, and that time he bails us out. Very nicely done. 2-0 the count to Patelli. Can you get on base for the 5th time today? 2-0 pitch line to the gap in right center field. Since Pearson chasing back, tracking towards the wall, and one hops the fence and gets down. Earhart comes in to score from second. The ball is cut off as Patelli slides into second, on base for the 5th time today. His 2nd hit. Back up to a 10-run game. It's 15-5.
Yeah, I mean, good piece of hitting. They've barreled up baseballs all day. Got to give them credit. I mean, look, Cats offense. Look, 5 runs through 7. It's not the worst output in the world. It's just been... This was an unfortunate start, and certainly a spiraled throughout.
Talk about 11 hits as well.
Yeah, neck and neck when you look at the Harbor Hawks with 12 hits on the night.
Just going to take my hand and block out the run total, and then I'll feel a lot
Yeah,
better.
just close your eyes.
Hopewell stays in the stretch with Sean Newell at the plate. Look to second, the pitch. Whiffles outside, 1-0 the count. Harbor Hawks now with runs in 6 of 8 innings on the afternoon. And an offense that, if the results hold, will be red hot heading into the West Division Finals. Hopewell double looks to second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Sean Newell leaves a pitch upstairs above the letters, 2 balls, no strikes.
Falmouth a 2-1 lead over Bourne, top of the 3rd.
1-1. Last time we looked in the bottom of the 2nd. Playing the left-hander to pull. Troy bounces back and forth on either side of the second base bag. Harlan back on the edge of the right field grass. Over at second base, infield back. Hopewell steps off.
So it was Weddle next.
Yes. NFL training camp getting going. Patriots held their in-stadium season ticket holder and Foxborough resident night at Gillette last night. Pitch skips in 3-0.
Who's our Weddle guess here?
Go with A.J. Brown. I know he's the first player on there. He also gave a crazy interview with NFL Network the other day talking about his time leaving the Tennessee Titans.
It's a wide receiver.
There's a wide receiver whose number is less than 11. Plays either in an NFC team or in the AFC East. We could eliminate the AFC East, or know if it's AFC East if we go for receiver. Who wears less than number 10?
Not many in the East. 2-0. Pitch call for a strike. You can try Elijah Moore.
And what number does he wear?
I think he's 6, isn't he? 6 or 8.
So wide
Or is he
receiver,
1?
not in the AFC.
Okay.
Lower than 8.
All right, give me a minute.
Because with the new rule, you can have
yes.
receivers who wear lower single-digit numbers.
I'm trying to go through the divisions in my head right now. Mooney's over 11 in Chicago. Beckham, I guess, doesn't have a team, but Beckham was number 3 with the Rams. 2-1 pitch from Hopewell. Fastball too far away. Board wasn't updated yet, and now a walk to Shanuel. Finds his way back on. A couple of 2-out base runners in Patelia and Shanuel. Brings Tito Flores to the plate. He's going to hit in the spot of Mike Sirota.
Saw Flores pinch hit and coming in the right field for Sirota a night ago, so looks like they're going for the same late in this ball game. Sirota for 4 of 3 strikeouts.
So not NFC East. NFC South, you got Evans.
It's so hard with the
13,
rule change.
right? Kyle
I think
Pitts.
Riley just dropped. No, Riley didn't drop her phone again.
Not again.
No? What did we drop?
I heard that bang.
Drop something.
It's my shoes. Sorry, guys.
You dropped your shoe?
Mm-hmm.
Strange.
How'd you drop your shoe?
It just fell
It's
off my
entirely
foot.
possible.
What do you mean?
That usually doesn't happen.
First pitch. Breaking ball called for a strike. Who else?
That's where I'm stumped. As I said, like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, because if it's the East, you're thinking about maybe DeMonte Smith.
Should I try
but-
Odell Beckham and see what happens? Because, like, he gets still.
I don't know what team they're going to put him on.
It's going to say, like, nope, he's not even an option.
Ah, wonderful. 2 runners on, 2 outs in the inning. Flores at the plate. Hopewell's 0-1. Breaking ball, hammered to left field. Park ranging back, got a beat on it. Ranges to his left hand, makes the catch. That brings the inning to a close. But up for another run, comes across to score for the Harbor Hawks. Up to a 10-run lead, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and a man left on base. Head of the bottom of the 8th inning, 15-5. Hyannis leads, and a new arm on the mound for the Harbor Hawks when we return on the Kettleers Digital.
395200 or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers Digital Network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836.
Bottom of the 8th inning from Lowell Park. 15-5 Hyannis leads, and a new arm, the left-hander Ryan Steinhauer out of Dayton. His third appearance for the Harbor Hawks and deals to Enrique Bradfield. First pitch hits him. He finds his way on to first.
Well, whatever it takes at this point in the ball game, right? Need 10 runs, 6 outs to work with. We've seen crazier things before, so why not now? Why not us?
Why not you?
Well,
Whose
not
quote
me.
is that? It's a quote
I think
from
I've heard
someone.
that before.
There's a lot. It's not totally patented by anybody,
Okay,
to my knowledge.
you never know.
Steinhauer taps set. First pitch. Harlan chops it back up the middle. Slow dribbler to Patelli. Goes to second for one. Back over to first. The throw is wide. Looks like Shanuel did held the bag, but Harlan beats it out. It's fielder's choice. 6-4 that time. One out in the inning brings Josh Pearson to the plate.
We'll say the middle infield defense for Hyannis has been really strong today. I mean, it's a couple of middle infielders. They've combined for 15 errors this year, but a lot of that is more just a lot of volume hit towards them. When you're playing the middle infield, you get that many ground balls. Like, yeah, you're going to have a good amount of errors, but they've been really impressive. A play like that, usually you see a shortstop just go the long way to first, but Telly and Nishida just, they're so locked in together on the middle.
Pearson ready, first pitch. Way upstairs again, and it hit him again. Here's some grunts on the first base side. But now back-to-back runners, or 2 out of 3 hit in the inning. As Tommy Troy comes to the plate with 2 men on, 1 out, 15-5, Hyannis leads.
Well, if I can ask for one more thing. How about one more majestic Tommy Troy home run?
Maybe a little bat flip high into the air.
Well, I don't know if that would be appropriate in this situation, Tim.
Probably not. I do it in wiffle ball.
Well, that's a different story.
Breaking ball misses high for ball 1. Would that be the whole story, though?
Maybe
I
he
don't
could
know.
walk
Maybe-
it off again like he did on his Cotuit debut.
You never know. Maybe everyone's in need of a rebrand.
Why not?
Count 1-0 to Troy. Fouls a fastball back to the netting. 1-1 strike the count.
Like what Riley said of his first game, I mean, you look back at this summer, as I said, like, look, you hope that they can get 10 runs and all can be well and they can tie the game. See if you like what I did there of Hopewell just pitching. But, and a little Taylor Swift reference too, but
1-1. Troy lines it back up the middle. Catches Nishida on in between hop. He flips it to short. Back over to first, and why not? 4-6-3 ends the inning. Cotuit goes down in the 8th inning without a run across. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Head to the 9th inning. Hyannis leads 15-5 on the Kettleers Digital Network.
7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit Kettleers Digital Network.
The 2022 season here on the Cape marks 75 years of Kettleers baseball. As we share stories of the franchise's history throughout the season, hear from various personalities and their time in Cotuit. For more stories of the 75-year history of Cotuit baseball, tune in all season long through the Kettleers digital network.
MK Pasic Plumbing and Heating is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers, specializing in residential, commercial, repairs, modeling, new construction, and air conditioning. As a licensed master plumber, call 774-836-7804. That's 774-836-7804.
Not at the ballpark? Follow along with the Kettleers season across social media. Follow the Cotuit Kettleers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for exclusive content from the first pitch to the final out.
Willow Bend Country Club is a proud supporter of the Cotuit Kettleers. Visit at 130 Willow Bend Drive in Mashpee. For more information, call 508-539-5200. That's 508-539-5200. Or visit at willowbendcapecod.com.
I'm Ben Johnson, a pitcher from Georgia Southern, and you're listening to Cotuit.
Right-hander Matt Joyce has the 9th inning here in Game 3. 0-1 with a 7.20 ERA and 2 appearances with the Cats this summer across 5 innings pitched. 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. We get the top of the lineup here for Hyannis, Nishida, Jebb, and McConnell to up in the 9th.
The bullpen now making their way in on the Cotuit side, and a standing ovation from all of the fans that line the gates here at Lowell Park as well as in the stands, making their way into the dugout for this final inning.
Top of the order, as we mentioned, starts with Nishida here. It's been a great day for the leadoff hitter. Been on base 3 times. One of his 2 outs, drove in a run on an RBI ground out back in the 6th on a bunt he laid down. First pitch from Joyce. Fastball called in the outside corner for strike 1. Well, if this is the final inning that we'll talk to you here in 2022, certainly want to pass around some thank yous off to the entire board of directors here in Cotuit, and especially for us, Scott Hill, Glenn Ware, and our fantastic intern coordinator, Leah Ridpath. 0-1 misses loaded Nishida, 1-1 the count. Do so much to bring interns in every summer, create opportunities, and really make everyone's time in Cotuit worthwhile in what's consistently a magical summer in the village. 1-1 shot down the third base line, foul. Count goes to 1-2. Obviously, to our fellow interns, a huge thank you for being here throughout the course of the season. And there's a lot more people that do a lot harder work around this place than we do in terms of game day operations, running around to make Lowell Park look as fantastic as it does every home game. 1-2 fouled away again. We'll do it the same count, 1-2. There's so many people to thank around as well. GM Bruce Murphy, Paul Logan as well. Coaching staff who's been so great to us. Mike Roberts at the top. 1-2 pitch. Nishida chops it over to second base. Harlan has it on a long hop. Shuffles and fires to first. It's in time. That's the first out of the inning. I guess we can go around. Jake, do you have anybody you want to thank as well?
Yeah, I'll try to keep myself together here. Can't promise anything. But, no, I mean, first of all, that's everyone who tuned in this year. I mean, all the fans, players and their families, interns, coaching staff families, our families. First of all, thank you for tuning in all season long. I mean, you trusted us the last 2.5 months to provide you a thoughtful and objective, play-by-play.
Jebb chops to the right side. Ignafo has it. Flips, turns back over to short. But to Joyce, it's in time. Second out of the inning.
Yeah, thoughtful, objective play-by-play all season long. You trusted us to entertain you all season long, and for that, I mean, we thank you. Coaching staff, as I said, incredible group down there that Mike Roberts has. Trey Holland, Andrew Turner, Andrew Schreiner, Daniel Wilkerson. Great group they have down there as well. The whole organization, too, from the top down. Huge thank you to everyone out there. And then, of course, obviously, Leah Ridpath, Scott Hill, Glenn Ware. I mean, just from a personal note, from the time I got into broadcasting, I mean, this was a dream to be here. And they took a chance on me and gave me an opportunity to be here. And, I mean, the guy to my left.
This isn't like crying. This is totally different.
Yeah.
Wipe your tears.
You're making me crack up now. But
1 cut on and missed.
I mean, the guy 2 people to my left right now, I mean, I'm not here if it's not for him. I mean, he played just as big of a role in taking a chance for me and for Riley to be here than anybody else. And I mean, it all started with a phone call where we talked about Eric Bruntlin and the 2008 Phillies in mid-September and everything we've talked about for the last, almost a year now, and everything in between. So, Leah, Scott, Glenn, the whole organization, thanks for taking a chance on me.
2-1 grounded to the right side. Hartland has it on a couple hops, fires on to first. In time to get him, and the Harbor Hawks go 1-2-3 in the ninth. We'll keep it here. So you head to the ninth inning. Kettleers with one final chance to come to bat in the 2022 season.
Yeah, I'll finish up quickly. I mean, obviously, all the interns, we did a huge thank you at the end of the regular season, so I won't go name by name, but they've made our jobs easier. Jimmy and Ryan in the back of the booth, too. And then, I mean, the two people sitting to my left, like, they always say in life it's about the people. And look, we could have went 0-44, and it still would have been the summer of a lifetime because of the two people sitting to my left, and obviously everyone else here, but especially you two. I mean, we shared the airwaves for 47 games. I know me and Tim did 49, but Riley, Tim, and myself, 47 games we did this year. And you get so close to people when you're sharing the air with them every night. And, I mean, who knows if the three of us will share a booth again one day. Same about our silent reporter, Jenna Meyer. I mean, I hope to God one day there's a day where our paths cross and we're sharing a booth somewhere, or can we have one opportunity to do it? Maybe it'll be like a reunion broadcast, or we come back and call a game. But no, I mean, this summer is not what it is without the two people sitting to my left. I love both of you from the bottom of my heart. It's been fun, and hopefully we can get an exciting ninth inning to maybe, I don't know, give us another chance to call games. Crazier things have happened before. But to you guys, this whole organization, Leah, Scott, Glenn, the whole team, everyone who's tuned in, keep it short. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Ryan Ignaffo leads off the ninth inning. 2-3-4 due up for Cotuit. Maybe he's got one final home run to blow up my Twitter again before the season comes to a close.
For good measure.
First pitch. Linesman to the left side. It's right into the glove. Patelli, there's one down. Riley, throw it to you.
I mean, I talked about this a little bit before, but truly just the most special group I could have ever imagined coming to work with. The two broadcasters on either side, again, can't thank you both enough. Some of the most special people I've met in and out of the booth. Will be friends for a lifetime, and really do hope that we get to share a booth again someday. It's been some of my best memories with you two, but then just across the board.
First pitch. Tries called for a strike.
Looking at this season, preseason, the opportunities that we had to do some interviews on deck with the Kets and just hear about the stories from everybody who makes this village and what made it special for them. Really couldn't imagine.
Trice rips him to the left side. Earhart bobbles it just a bit, picks it up with the bare hand, then drops it again. Trice makes his way down to first. Should be ruled an E5. Man on first, one down for Calvin Harris.
Did you hear about the stories from Stephen Schott, Corey Guerin, and Ryan Dio, amongst many of the other ones that we've interviewed preseason, and just talked about how these summers were some of the best of their entire lives, and can't echo that enough. And after being out here at Lowell Park and pulling in to this field tucked inside the trees for the first time, you really get a glimpse as to how special it is and what this place means. It's a special place with a lot of special people. And on top of that, getting to see players at this collegiate level really live out their dreams.
First breaking ball into Harris, strike one.
You look at the team that was here at the beginning of the season and how special that was, the strong start that they had and the tone that they set, and then many going on to be drafted in this year's draft. And just how amazing that is to watch them live out all of those goals that they had.
Oh, one away that time. Corona to get it 1-1.
And just what a special place this is across the board. Really will cherish my time in Cotuit forever and hope that these are memories that we can cross paths again one day, exactly like Jake said.
1-1. Harris swings through a breaking ball, count goes to 1-2. I'll try to make it quick before postgame. I don't really remember a lot about myself before joining Cotuit. It's been a little over 2.
I am Cotuit.
I really don't.
What was Tim before Cotuit?
Not as much fun.
Oh, good.
Maybe. Steinhauer's 1-2. Breaking ball tipped in the mid. Strikeout of Harris, and Eddie Park the final chance here in the ninth. Cape League was always something I aspired for growing up in Massachusetts, down in Cape League games all the time, and I thought about, when I saw college kids sitting on a folding table on the first base side, how cool it would be to eventually get here. And 2 years ago, began working my way up here, and it's been a list of people a mile long that have helped me along the way in Cotuit, and to them I say thank you. First pitch to Park. Skips in off the hand of Corona, moves Trice over to second. Now man in scoring position with 2 down, 1-0 the count. Obviously joined in the middle of the COVID summer, no 2020 season, but got to work learning the history of this team, and then got set up for 2 summers in Ket's media, that we like to call it, and some incredible people along the way. Start with my honored family from last year, Lauren Kirkley, Chris and Steph Carey, and earned 3 pretty important ones this year as well. 1-0 pitch in for a strike. Starts with Jenna Meyer. There was nobody else when the season ended last year that I thought deserved that role more, and Jenna's done a fantastic job. It's been great having her back this summer, and obviously to the people to my right, I echo a lot of what they said. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball for strike 2. Ket's down to their final strike. I'll finish thoughts after postgame. Trice stands off second. Steinhauer on the mound. Infield back straight up. Hyannis side claps. A look to second. The pitch. 1-2. Chop back up the middle over the glove of Steinhauer. Nishida throws back across his body over to first. In time to get Park and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks advance to the West Finals here in 2022, bringing the Kettleers season to an end. 15-5 the final in Game 3.
Yeah, and you know what? Hats off to Hyannis. They played a heck of a series. They dominated Game 1. They struggled last night, and they easily, look, you felt like today they didn't come in with a ton of energy, but that first inning sparked it for them. So big congratulations to Hyannis. I know we'll talk more kind of big picture things after the break, but a lot to be proud about for the Cotuit Kettleers this year, without a doubt.
Hyannis 15 runs, 12 hits, 1 error committed. Cotuit 5 runs on 11 hits, 1 error committed for the home team. So that brings the Kettleers season to an end in 2022. Hyannis awaits their opponent tomorrow in the West Finals. Winner tonight at Dorn Park between Falmouth and Bourne. The number 4 seed versus the number 1 seed in the CCBL West. And again, the CCBL East Finals take place tomorrow as well. Game 1 from Stony Brook Field between the Whitey Red Sox and the Brewster Whitecaps. We'll have a little bit more. We'll wrap up the season, and one final time, Jenna Meyer will be joined by Mike Roberts down on the sidelines when we return. Hyannis wins the series in 3 games, 15-5, the final. We'll actually keep it here as Mike Roberts is going to join Jenna Meyer down on the sidelines following today's game. Jenna?
Thanks so much, Tim. I'm joined by head coach Mike Roberts. Coach, not the way we wanted things to go tonight, but a historic season for the Kettleers, a 9-0 start, another Patriots Cup win, and 27 Kettleers in this year's Major League Draft. What can you say about this year?
Well, first I'd say congrats to Hyannis. They really played well. They dominated us in the playoffs, 2 of the 3 games. So congrats to them and to their head coach for being coach of the year in the league. It's been a good year. I didn't do a very good job managing, coaching, personnel. I didn't think as well as I could have throughout the year. And as I try to do every year, I try to look at me first and look at the adjustments I need to make from summer to summer. But I'm really pleased with all the young men who came through. They've been a wonderful group. We certainly lost a lot of players, but we gained a lot of young men who came in and did a wonderful job.
And what would you share as your closing statement on this 2022 season?
Well, I think, we always leave, wanting to have our integrity and make sure that we do things in the right way. And that's the best way to close, is that I'm pleased for this opportunity. I'm pleased for our players. We'll hopefully look forward to coming back in 2023 and having another good year.
Thanks so much, Coach. As you heard, final words from head coach Mike Roberts for this 2022 season. Thank you for tuning in to the Kettleers broadcast, both on the road and here at home. A big thank you to all of our players, interns, and volunteers through this season. For the last time for Kettleers Digital Network, I'm Jenna Meyer. Now back up to you in the booth.
Jenna, thanks so much. And again, a fantastic season of work from our wonderful sideline reporter all throughout the 2022 season. And obviously, Jenna, someone else that's risen up throughout the organization. Came here last summer, did a fantastic job in community relations, and a great summer of content here in the 2022 season. So as we mentioned, Hyannis moves on, trying to get back to the CCBL Finals for the first time since 2015. And they'll await their opponent tonight. We'll get you one final scoreboard check on that matchup going on over at Doran Park between Falmouth and Bourne, as this one wraps up a little over 3 hours at Lowell Park. In the final game of this semifinal matchup, Hyannis taking the deciding game 15-5. Again, a fantastic roster put together, and you have to tip your cap to the Hyannis coaching staff and roster. Put together a great team for a group that had scuffled the last couple of years, and they fought themselves right back in with, dominant top of the order. Obviously, you think about guys like Nishida, Jeb, McConnell, and just a really well-constructed team. So congratulations to their roster and their coaching staff as they move on to the West Finals. And they'll get the winner of Falmouth and Bourne. That game currently tied at 2 in the top of the 4th inning over at Dorn Park. So, a historic year for Cotuit. 75th anniversary season, and so much history that we covered throughout the course of these broadcasts, throughout the course of the offseason. And here at the historic Lowell Park, this is where so much baseball history has started for so many Major League players, for Cape League legends, between historic games, historic performances across players, personnel, coaches. It's a special place to be. And for those who are around the Cape League consistently, well, you know that better than anybody. You don't need us to tell you. But for those who have not had a chance to visit one of the most special places in America and one of the most special places on the planet, especially when it comes to America's pastime, take a chance. Visit as a fan. Get involved as a volunteer. You're a college student looking to make your career in baseball or really sports in general, or really just find people you'll connect with for life. Take a chance on the Cape League. Find your way here in whatever capacity you can, and if it happens to be here at 10 Lowell Ave at Lowell Park, you're in a place that you're going to be connected to for the rest of your life. In a really special place of baseball, special place of people, and again, one of the most magical places on earth. I want to thank you for tuning in throughout the course of the 2022 season. To it, second place in the West during the regular season. Obviously, the historic start, 9-game winning streak to begin the season. 27 more guys making their professional game dreams come true in the MLB draft. So many more memories weaved in between. Jake, any final thoughts before we put the 2022 season on ice?
Keep it short. I'll quote James Franklin, our head football coach at Penn State.
If you didn't know, Jake goes to Penn State.
We are.
It starts with I love you.
It's a good thing you snuck that in. I don't know if anybody would have known.
It starts with I love you. It ends with I love you. To this organization, to all of the interns, to all the fans, love you. It's been an honor of my life to bring you the broadcast each night. Till our paths cross again, I look forward to talking to you soon. I look forward to following this organization for the rest of my life.
Riley?
Thank you for taking a chance on me and letting me learn this role and work with these people, these special people that make up this village. Truly an honor to cover some of the most special players, coaches, and really just all-around people in the village of Cotuit, an amazing community that has far exceeded my expectations. I have learned so much, I have grown so much, and owe it all to the people on either side of me, especially in this booth. Memories that will last a lifetime, connections that will last a lifetime, and can't say it enough. Hope that our paths cross again from one of the most magical places that you can watch a baseball game here at Lowell Park. It's been a true honor and memories of a lifetime.
Want to offer a final thank you. We've run through most of the list so far, and everybody rightly deserved, but just want to thank you, Cotuit. As someone that I've admitted, grew up as a Harwich fan, wore that H on my hat for so many years, and thought that would always be my path in the Cape League, and it would be my only true love in this league. And even after being at a distance for so long in 2020 when I was initially hired, filling a couple different roles, in July of 2020, I counted the clock down until I could get to Lowell Park and start calling, be involved in any way I could around this fantastic organization. Working the Cape was a dream come true, and obviously the people have made it over the last couple of years. And just again, so many people to thank, but 6 in particular across 2 years. Chris and Steph Carey, thanks for taking me in and making me an honorary brother of your family. You guys have paved an incredible path for yourselves, and I try to follow you guys as best I can every day. To Lauren Kirkley, as she knows, our path was not exactly anything but rocky. There were days where anybody around Cotuit probably thought the quite opposite, that we were close friends and close coworkers. But she took so much to evolve in her year here, and is doing fantastic work in Colorado, and was just a fantastic addition to Cotuit last year, and just really proud of everything she's accomplished. Talked about Jenna a little bit, another returner from 2021 who fought her way to working the sidelines and did it with class, with grace, and just incredible journalism throughout the course of the season. Wanted her to be here along by my side this entire time, and happy we got to do that together. Riley, obviously this was a role that we made sure that there was an extra chair here throughout the course of the summer, and you made it your own and kept things light in the booth. You've evolved in ways that I'm not even sure if you know how much you have, and your future's as bright as anybody around here, and people are going to get to see that soon. Then I get to the guy on the right. Thinking back last year, I was hired to do play-by-play a couple days after the season-ending loss to Bourne, and I knew that whoever I was going to be with throughout the course of the summer was going to need to be able to take my stupid jokes, keep me accountable, push me to work hard, and just continue to make this entire push for a fantastic season. And I can confidently say I've never worked with a broadcast partner who has pushed me the way that Jake has, who has stepped up and just taken so much of the load off me that Jake has, and has had more fun doing it in the course of the last couple of months. Obviously, that stretches long beyond the Cape season, because this isn't just a 2-month stretch. This is, a year-round operation. Everybody around these teams knows it. And Jake, I appreciate everything you've done. Obviously, we're locked for life, and I don't know, maybe there's a minor league booth in a couple of years that we're ready to go find.
No doubt on that one.
So, for the final time here in 2022 with this group, again, a huge thank you to our producers, Jimmy Middleton, Ryan Chambliss, to our fantastic sideline reporter, Jenna Meyer, and to the wonderful people I get to share the booth with every day, and Jake Starr and Riley Pay. This is Tim Crowley signing out from Lowell Park one final time. Kettleers broadcast will be back on the Kettleers digital and radio networks in just about 10 months when 2023 rolls around. Have a great night to it.